Hi, Moose. Hi. Oh, you came just in time. Just in time. I can finally start stream now that there's someone here. Let me get switched over here. Here we go. Okay, hopefully the music is not too loud. I know we were having some issues with the music being loud. Aloha, Gator. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I gotta pop this out. I forgot about that. Do I do that again? No. Windowed projector. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I know. I've had this issue with, this thing, the switch, the capture. I don't know what it is. Actually, let me, okay, I'll bump it down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Nope, damn it. Okay, so we are continuing where we left off last time with the murder in Buckfield, and I did talk to the dev, and he told me what I needed to do to progress the game, so I'll be doing that. It was case file 1. Make this a little bit bigger too. So I can see it on my screen better. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Let's go this way. So I have to go back to the church, and I have to figure out how to unlock the safe that was there. So I don't know how to find the code to the safe, but I guess we'll have to figure that out some way or another. Here we go. Because I have this thing that gets in the way when I play games sometimes, where I don't like doing things that makes like characters upset at me. B-Club Manager, hi, welcome in. So for example, like in games where it's like you can choose to be like, you can say mean things, I can't do it because it makes me sad. D1, hello. Lane Pop, hello. Like, you know, being like Red Shep or whatever in Mass Effect or that kind of stuff, I can't do it. I can't do it. So we're looking for the code to the safe. A bear, a bunny. Glitch, hello, welcome back. A crib. Oh. Cemetery. Oh. Bookshelf. Whiteboard. I love playing Mass Effect and winging it. Sometimes I'll be good, but then a real jerk. Gotta punch the reporter every time. Yeah, making the pixels upset makes me upset. Because I don't like it when people are mad and yell at me in real life. So why would I don't want someone to be mad at me in the video game. Oh damn, I can play piano? Holy moly. And imagine the sounds you'd make with it if only you hadn't given up on lessons after 2 short months as a teenager. Ah. Polished wooden pulpit. Oh, is that the Bible? To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Is that a real Bible verse? Because I'm thinking that could be the code. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to sit on the bench. Books. Computer. It's a, wait, how many, how long is the code? How many? Oh, it's a dialogue. Okay. So I need to know the direction, I need to know the number. Where would I find that? I would assume it would be in here. Let me read the Bible verse again. It's gotta be this, right? The book of Ecclesiastes. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Oh, is that even a real thing? Hold on. Oh, okay, it is real. Maybe it has something to do with this. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Oh, Pain Wheel, thank you so much for your 18 months. Thank you. You had your notifications for Twitch off? Oh, well, no wonder. Time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Maybe I could find the specific verse? Oh, here we go. 1-8. Huh. You didn't actually know you had your notifications off? Ah, okay. Melly, hello, welcome in. Okay. And he's not giving me any info. So the verse of the thing that is in that Bible, according to Wikipedia, is 1-8. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Let's do rotate left. Stop at the number 3. Maybe the combination is written down somewhere. Well, I mean, probably, but I don't know how you expect me to find it, though. Let's try one more time. Yes. Let's try rotating it right. Stop at the number 3. No, okay. I guess I just have to... I gotta look for numbers, I suppose, or a combination. I'm trying to think if I saw anything nearby. Wait, hold on. Wait. No, okay. If I were a priest and I had a lock or a safe... Wait. Not 1791? But that doesn't tell me what direction to move it in, I guess. If I were a priest, Alex fake seal pope confirmed. The pope is not a priest. The pope is the pope. Royal Beef, hello, welcome in. Garden. Those are two different things. I already knocked on this door. Watch this be like 3 hours of me trying to find the code and failing miserably and then getting mad and giving up. How much do you want to bet that's gonna happen? Let's set up a let's set up a, oh, I've never done one of those like gamble things before, like a prediction. Let's do a prediction. I've never done this before. What do you mean it's over? Okay, here we go. Okay, let's do, let's have this going for like 15 minutes. Let's do this for 15 minutes. Okay, let's do a prediction. I've never done a prediction before. Let's find out the Alex experience. If I were a pope, I would have some BS from Bible written on the safe and you would have to find which verse it is. Yeah, that's what I tried. There was like a Bible verse that was open in the church. And I did look it up, but it didn't seem to be... Hold on. What if can I copy and paste this, please? Okay, I would like to search. 𝐁𝐿 3. Okay, it's 𝐿 3. That's... I don't know what to do with that information. Let's see. Let's try maybe this statue? Randy Cooper. Okay. Oh, and hello, Glitch. Hello. I saw you earlier. I might have forgotten to say hello. I apologize. Because what the dev said that if I want to talk to the person I need to interview, it only appears after I open the I solved the puzzle at the church. So gotta find it somewhere. There's a lot of numbers on these. 1K steel sacks. Oh wait, you guys can bet on it? Oh wait, oh, is that what that is? Okay, yeah, you guys can gamble. You guys can gamble. Okay. It's gotta be somewhere. Okay, can't find anything here. I guess I could go back to the church. So it should be written down somewhere, but apparently this guy can't be bothered to go through these things. Oh! I'm an idiot. I forget that sometimes with these games, you kind of need to like exhaust all of the dialogue options before you can continue. So I think, okay. You rummage through the pastor's things, thumbing through books on divinity, sacraments, and other theological matters, trying your best not to be seen or heard. You find nothing related to the safe combination. Call headquarters. No, I don't need to do that right now. EJ. Wait, EJ marked on yesterday's date. Okay. Dig around. Yes. You pick up a book called The Present Darkness and become momentarily distracted from your search as you begin to read the back cover. You turn up, noticing nothing. Dig around. Let's try digging around again. Or shall you turn up nothing? Okay. Yeah, hopefully this guy doesn't notice I'm like rifling through his things. Dig around. Yes, please. Nothing. What about the TV? No. Okay, there's another bookshelf here. Yes. You open up one of the VHS tapes on the shelf. Unfortunately, 𝐁𝐿 TV Out of Control doesn't hide any secret safe combinations. I mean, surely I can just ask him, hey man, what's the combination to your safe? Maybe it's in the Bible? Let's look at the Bible again. No. What about here? No. Can I like... What if I just ask him, hey man, can I look at your safe? No. The printer? Maybe the computer? Dig around. Yes, 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 yes. I mean, he's right there, but it's fine. You quickly rifle through the pastor's things, hoping he doesn't hear or notice you. Hey, what's this? It's a scrap of paper that says 11/11/43. This must be... Ah, there it is. Okay. I guess, wow, I guess I did it. To those of you who preyed upon my downfall, you lose. How do I close submissions? How do I do that? Can I even do that? Can I manage the prediction? Oh, end submissions. Okay. Choose outcome. Yes. Yes, this is the correct outcome. Congratulations to those of you who betted on my skills. Yeah, I knew you were gonna bet on my downfall, Aloha Gator. It was like, what was it? It was 11/11/43, right? It didn't give me the it didn't tell me. Okay, let's try right. 11. Okay, it's the other direction. Oopsie. Yes. Left. 11. Okay, we'll rotate it. Right. Stop at the number 11. Then we'll do left. And then it's 43. There we go. As you twist the safe's handle and pull the door open, a neat stack of paperwork is first to greet you. Bills, banking statements, routine administrative files. You flip through them, noticing the predictable details of the pastor's work. But then, something unexpected catches your eye. Beneath the papers, a glossy magazine peeks out. You pull it up and your eyes narrow. Not just one, but multiple issues. Hustler, Playboy, tucked away from plain sight. Damn, he's gooning on the job. Come on, man. As you thumb through one, an even stranger find surfaces. Locks of hair, carefully pressed between the pages. Light golden strands tied together. You found a clue. Yeah, that is weird. Why does the priest have hair in his locker? That is very strange. Your breath catches, your mind racing, uncomfortably lingering on a question. Could they belong to... No, surely not. Yet the thought lingers, nudging you to consider the unthinkable. Could this be Emily Johnson's hair? You must confront Pastor Ron Peters. Can I close the safe? No? Okay, I'm gonna save before I confront him, because what if he has a gun and he tries to shoot me? Because they can do that now. I mean, they could always do that. I don't think there's been any kind of, any kind of, Wait, what? I want to save. What's up, Carl? They had a special on those zucchini fritters you wanted to try, but that's not the best part. There was this cat stealing food off the table. Huh, okay, sounds like a funny scene. Anyway, oh, right, badge number. Speaking of food, did you ever find out what happened to that pizza from last week? Not yet, but I'm on it. You're the best. Okay, thank you for letting me save. Okay. Now I'm gonna be like, hey bro, I found this in your safe that I totally didn't break into illegally, but I'm a detective, so I can actually do that. Oh, I can choose. Yeah, maybe confronting him isn't the best idea. Let's go back to the police station first. But I feel like if I go back to the station and I'm like, hey, so I broke into the town pastor's safe and without his permission or consent, and I found this lock of hair in there. I feel like they probably wouldn't be too happy about that. I don't know. I feel like that's something you're not really supposed to do, but what do I know? What do I know? Just bat your eyes at him, exactly. Okay, hey man. He doesn't have anything to say to me. Okay, what, do you have anything to say to me? No. Is there another guy? Wait, hold on. What is, was this always here? No, okay. Can I go this way? Why is there... Is this like one of those eye charts? Like one of those things they make you look at the optometrist? Why would they have that in a police station? Do they normally have those in police stations? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I have to go confront the pastor and be like, hey man, what's all this then? Ugh, I hate confrontation. Well, he does actually have an alibi. He did say that he used to cut Emily's hair. But no, that actually makes it worse, because why is he saving the hair that he cut? That is pretty weird, actually, now that I think about it. That's extremely suspicious. Yeah, I probably should be like, hey man, what the fuck? Where is he? There he is. Hey man, what the fuck? Yes. You approach the pastor to confront him, the air thick with tension. His eyes dart nervously as he reads the seriousness on your face, your demeanor less welcoming than before. Pastor Ron immediately stiffens, his face pale. You hold up the locks of hair in front of him. For a moment, he stares at them in disbelief. Then his expression hardens, his voice rises in outrage. What are you doing? How did you had no right to go through my things. I trusted you, and you... He falters, realizing the evidence is undeniable. He swallows hard, his hands trembling. But you don't understand. That's not what it looks like. I was just... He stumbles over his words, the gravity of the revelation pressing down on him. He wipes his brow with his sleeve, glancing off into the ether. I had feelings for Emily. She came to me for counsel, and... He cuts himself off, his voice shaking. Nothing inappropriate took place between us, except for my feelings. Look, she was lost. She was so lost, so broken. I never meant for it to go this far. I thought I could help, but I was weak. He whispers, almost to himself. In the magazines, I hid them away. I thought I tried to be a man of God, a man of faith, but I lost myself. I'm not proud of what I did. I thought keeping something of hers would make me feel closer to her. I thought no one would ever find them. But I couldn't let go of my feelings for her. She was so beautiful, and I was so weak. He lowers his head, eyes closed in shame. And for a split second, you think he might once again collapse into a fit of sobs. However, he stifles the torrent of emotions. I offered to cut her hair a few times, just a trim. I couldn't help myself. I took a few locks of her hair. Not to hurt her, I thought it would remind me of her, of the good I wanted to do. But it was wrong. I know it was wrong. I loved her in my own way. I thought I was helping her. That's all I wanted. He takes an unsteady breath and wipes his eyes, avoiding her gaze. His shoulders slump into defeat, the weight of guilt heavy in the room. I never wanted to hurt her. I swear I didn't. His voice cracks as you look at him skeptically, betraying mixed feelings of disgust and pity, finding this whole display pathetic. He presses his palms against his face in anguish. I kept those locks, yes, but it was just a pathetic memento. I never meant any harm, but I'm ashamed of myself. I've prayed for forgiveness every night, and I'll keep praying, but I never hurt Emily. You have to believe me. What's done is done, Ron. You've admitted to enough, and anything else we need to know is, well, we'll find out. You have your faith, but you should also think about the impact your actions could have on your flock, this community. Let's hope for everyone's sake that you've told me everything. You leave him standing there, shoulders hunched, eyes distant, the burden of his guilt seeming to press him further into the shadows of the room. What did he do? I guess he technically stole a lock of hair from the girl that was murdered, but he didn't, like, technically steal it. He cut her hair. He gave her a haircut, and he, like, kept some of her hair, cause he's weird. And we found the hair, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? Okay, what is... Interview Paul Richards. So... I was told that after I finish with the church, the mother I should be able to find and talk to her. So I guess we will go look for her then. I don't know if there's something I had to do before that, but was this here before? No. I mean, yes. Okay, there's the generic Latin American man sleeping on the park bench. Let's go back to the station. Infinity, hello, welcome in. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see. Hello. Speak with Laura. Oh. Check laptop on desk. Can I look at your laptop? To your astonishment, the laptop on the reception desk appears to be running Windows 95, which hasn't even been released to the public yet. You're impressed that such a small, forgotten precinct has gotten its hands on this cutting-edge technology. A promising glimpse into the future of police work. Tomboys are my favorite types of girls. Okay, thanks. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Maybe he has something to say. He doesn't tell me anything. Okay. So I have the testimonial from the priest. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to about that. I once knew a guy in vocational school who would sleep on a park bench on the weekends because he was broke but wanted to get out. Oh, that's sad. Oh, man. That's very sad. I hope he's in a better place now. Hope he doesn't have to do that anymore. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, I guess I will just walk around until something happens. Volvern, hello. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. 𝐿𝐿𝐞𝐫, hello. So... They didn't... So since the mother is an alcoholic, I assume she would be at the bar. Right? No. Maybe I'll talk to you again. Do you have anything else to say? Speak with Jenny? Neither. Sorry. Where am I gonna find her? I guess I'll just go revisit the old places and see, if anything's changed. No. Cause he said, let me actually go to Twitter and check the response the dev gave me. It's allergy season. I mean, it's always allergy season for me. Let's see. Where was his reply? That was like last week, wasn't it? Yeah, the Al and Alex comes from allergy. True! You've got to finish the business at the church involving the pastor's safe, and then you'll be able to visit the victim's mother. Okay, those are the exact words that he told me. So I guess I think I finished the business at the church, and now I need to find the mother. I don't know where to do that, though. So let me save. Here we go. So this is our room. How's my buddy doing? You still got the shits? Yeah, he does. Okay. A1, like the steak sauce? Let's try knocking. Try knocking? Yes. Nope. Okay. You might think AI is too weird, but that's literally the point. It's in his name. Oh, you were making a Weird Al joke, and I for a moment I thought you were actually talking about like AI, and I was kind of like, okay, where's this coming from? And then I was like, oh, you're talking about Weird Al. You're making a joke. Every time. Let's see. Weird Al actually asked for permission? I mean, I would hope so. Because people can be quite litigious, especially in the music industry. Let's go back to the junkyard. It doesn't seem like there's anything different here. If an artist asks him to never parody their song, he very respectfully just doesn't. Oh, that's good. That's polite of him. Yes. Oh! A woman opens the door, her unkempt hair hanging limp around her face, the faint smell of alcohol still lingering in the air. Her eyes are red and swollen, the puffiness a testament to hours of relentless sobbing. The dark circles beneath her eyes tell of sleepless nights, and her once pristine clothes now look disheveled as if she hasn't cared to change in days. Her body leans heavily against the doorframe, as if it takes all her energy just to stand. There's a hollow look in her eyes, an emptiness that mirrors the grief tearing through her, the unbearable loss of her daughter, taken from her so suddenly, so violently. Her lips tremble as she speaks, but the words come out in a broken whisper, barely audible, as though the weight of her sorrow has stolen her voice. Detective. Miss Johnson. Come on in. Damn, bitch, you live like this? I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Johnson. I have some things I need to ask you about. She nods faintly, her countenance etched with sorrow. I guess I'll talk to her. Let's talk to her about this. There are so many questions to ask her. Okay, we're gonna be here for a while. Tell me about Emily. Linda, I need you to tell me about Emily. What was she like? She stares at the floor for a long moment, her voice trembling as her fists clench, knuckles turning white. She was my baby girl. She had this light about her. Everyone saw it, not just me. Smart, stubborn, full of fire. God, was she stubborn. She'd fight me on everything. Curfew, school, the people she hung out with. She thought I was always trying to control her, but I just wanted to keep her safe. Doc, hello, welcome in. Tears begin to roll down her cheeks as she pauses to catch her breath. We fought a lot. Screaming matches, slamming doors. She'd yell that I was ruining her life. All the time I was trying to save it, detective. I told her Sarah Foster was trouble, but she wouldn't listen. I told her Jacob Turner was sketchy and she just laughed in my face. God help me, sometimes I just screamed louder, slammed a few doors myself. Whatever it took to get through to her, but now... The tears are now spilling over, uncontrollably. You look on, trying to maintain your objectivity, as the full force of her grief tests the limits of your resolve. Okay, let's talk about her friends. Can you tell me about them, Jacob Turner and Sarah Foster? Emily's been friends with Sarah and Sophie since grade school. Sophie? Sophie Cooper. She lives next door to Sarah over by the church. She's Randy Cooper's daughter? That's right. Emily, Sarah, and Sophie. They used to be inseparable. But the last couple years, Sophie drifted apart from them. She's a sweet girl, but things changed once Emily started dating that Paul. Emily became different. Distant. It only got worse after she met Jacob Turner. I'm not sure I'm following, Linda. She exhales shakily, her fingers trembling as she rubs her temples. Her voice drops to a haunted whisper. She started coming home late or not at all. Started staying at her Aunt Carol's. Then I began to find money missing. When I'd see her, she was red-eyed and jittery, like she hadn't slept in days. I knew what it meant. You think she was on drugs? My hands aren't entirely clean, detective. I knew why she, Sarah, and Jacob went to the city on weekends. They were going to parties, concerts. I'm sure you know what goes on there. You think she was getting drugs from Jacob Turner? Do I have to spell it out for you, detective? Of course she was. I'll need to interview this Jacob character, Sarah Foster and Sophie Cooper, too. Linda swallows hard, her voice tightening with anger and grief. I confronted her, detective. She'd lie, obviously, tell me I was paranoid, that I didn't understand. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was a terrible mother, but I was trying. God, was I trying. I thought I'd have more time to pull her out of it. But instead, some monster took her, and now I'm left wondering if I could have stopped it. You absolutely cannot blame yourself for any of this, Linda. Well, maybe a little bit. She can't hold back any longer. Tears flood her eyes as she collapses into her hands, her body shaking with sobs. You stand there, subdued, not daring to say a word. Tommy. Tell me about Tommy. Tell me about you and Tommy. He's your boyfriend? She lets out a chortle, unbidden, bitter and sharp, almost like a bark of pain. Is it just me, or is like the color of the scene changing? Boyfriend? Sure, we're close, detective, like a match to gasoline. Tommy and I, we burned hot, but that fire didn't just warm, it scorched. He had this way of making me feel like I was the only woman on earth. And then the next second, like I was nothing. But he's been the only one there for me since my husband died. I heard about that from Mrs. Green and Mrs. Collins. Mr. Green and Miss Collins, my condolences, ma'am. She sighs, the pain on her face evident. It was a long time ago, but things have never been the same. Not for me, definitely not for Emily, but I try not to dwell on the past, detective. What was the hint that Deb gave you? I needed to finish the business at the church before I was to continue. There's something I needed to do with the church, which I figured out. Actually, quite quickly, I figured it out within the first half hour of stream, which I was surprised. Her expression grows contorted with anger and regret. Anyway, Tommy, well, he loved control, detective, and when he didn't get it, that temper of his came out swinging, I guess. I guess I didn't protect her well enough, and now she's gone. And I can't stop wondering if I let the devil through the front door. You're taken aback by Linda's bluntness, her willingness to speak so openly, her contempt for Tommy apparent. You can't help but wonder, is she suggesting that he might be responsible for Emily's murder? Let's go a little bit more into Tommy. Tommy, was he abusive towards you? Towards Emily? She hardens, the sadness in her eyes giving way to fury, yet she wavers. It may be difficult to talk about, but I've heard things about his temper. I need to understand if there's a connection here. Look, Tommy, he's got his issues. A couple nights ago we had a big fight. He was drunk and well, it was bad, okay? I don't want to talk about this. I understand, but if there's even a chance he hurt her or threatened her, I need to know. Please. Emily deserves the truth. Her body tenses, her gaze fixed on the floor. Linda? She remains hushed as a bird, afraid to leave its cage. Did he hit you? He did. He didn't hit me. Yeah, we got into it. About money, about the same damn thing we always fight about. Emily was home, she heard us. What happened? She came into the room, told him to get lost, to leave me alone, to fuck off. Her voice breaks. He snapped. Did he touch her? You? Like I said, no, not this time, but... She lowers her head, tears again trickling down her cheeks in a steady, quiet stream. He screamed at her. He said, I'll kill you, you whore, and your stupid, deadbeat bitch of a mom. I told him we were through, for real this time. He left after that, after throwing some things around, his usual rage, slamming the door so hard the frame shook. Your eyes widen. This is the clearest lead to finding Emily's killer yet. Placed right on your lap. But was it Harris? You need to interview him as soon as possible. Did you tell anyone? Report it. You've been laughing because of the MC's name? Oh yeah, the detective whore. Who would I tell? Despite what you might have heard, detective, people here don't give a flying fuck about what happens behind closed doors. You can tell she's struggling, her speech a mix of agony and venom, holding back sobs with trembling lips and shallow, uneven breaths, her eyes glistening as she desperately blinks away tears. I know this isn't easy. No, that's not what you want to say. Of course this isn't fucking easy. You've never been good in these types of situations. What can you possibly say? I'm sorry, Linda, but this might help us find who did this. We'll make sure Tommy answers for everything if he's involved. Linda lets out a stifled, bitter laugh, still battling to hold back a torrent of laments. I've spent years looking over my shoulder with Tommy, but Emily, she didn't scare easy. She thought she'd won. I should have done more. I know this is hell for you. She hangs her head low, a feeling of hopelessness spelled out in her features. One more thing. We're trying to confirm Tommy's whereabouts from last night till this morning. Did you see him at all? Linda looks at you, water pooling in her swollen, reddened eyes. Yesterday, Emily stopped by. She'd been staying at her aunt's place. For the first time in a while, we didn't fight. It felt like we'd made peace. When she left, that was the last time I saw her. I watched her go. And I saw Tommy at his shop. We made eye contact, but we didn't speak. We haven't talked since the other night. Yeah, the piss filter is getting darker. I guess it's because like the day is ending or something. You pen a couple more entries in your memo pad. Thank you for your frankness, Linda. Talk about... Oh, there's still so much more. Emily and Tommy. We need to know about that. It may be not to... Okay. Can I ask her about anything else? Jim's photo? You pull out the Polaroid that you received from 𝐁𝐮𝐤𝐼𝐞𝐫. I came across this photo from 𝐁𝐮𝐤𝐼𝐞𝐫 at the Dancing Damsel. It's of Emily, and as I understand it, this is Paul Richards and Sarah Foster standing next to her. She briefly looks at the Polaroid, silently affirming your assessment before adding. And that's Tommy in the back, drunk as a fish in a barrel of moonshine. He was in a bad mood that day. It's from a month ago, right after Emily and Sarah graduated. We all went out to lunch. I'd like to ask you about Paul Richards. I understand Emily broke up with him recently. Was he stalking her? I never liked Paul, not one bit. Paul didn't like her being around her friends, especially Sarah. I guess he didn't like her having a life that didn't revolve around him. Her eyes dropped to the floor, her mind tangled in a web of scattered thoughts. Did he stalk her? Look, you can't go very far in this town, detective. He was always a control freak, that piece of shit. He controlled her. There is visible frustration written all over Linda's face. Hold on. Paul wasn't always this obsessive. At first, it seemed like he was just some bad boyfriend, you know? Just some kid who couldn't stand to let Emily out of his sight. But then it started to change. He'd show up places uninvited, expecting her to drop everything for him. Her eyes narrow as she recalls the memories. And when she'd try to hang out with Sarah or go anywhere without him, he'd get this look on his face, like he was possessive. Whenever I tried to warn her, she'd just laugh at me like I was the one overreacting. She exhales sharply, trying to calm the anger rising in her chest. He'd call her non-stop, all the time. Where are you? Who are you with? Even if she went out for 5 minutes, he'd be on her like a hawk. If she didn't answer, he'd turn up at the door like it was his right to be there. I remember one time he even showed up at Sarah's place, unannounced. And that was after she'd told him she was out with me. Like it was some kind of betrayal. Her hand rises to rub her forehead, as if the stress of remembering is too much. Yeah, 2 male manipulators, can you believe it? I found a letter from him right before. It was nothing but threats. He said she'd regret it. She'd feel it soon enough if she kept pushing him away. So did he control her? Hell yes, and I told her over and over again, but Emily was stubborn. She'd defend him no matter what. That photo, it says everything. She hated him by the end. That was the day she finally dumped him. After that, he started showing up even more. Outside her window, on the street, it's like he was everywhere, even when he wasn't there. I should have done more. I should have stopped it. You penned several notes in your notepad, your gratitude for the information apparent. Yeah, this is sad. This is sad. Other clues? Linda, I need to tell you something. I found locks of Emily's hair in Pastor Peter's office. He kept them in a safe. Her head snaps up, her expression a blend of horror and fury. What? Are you telling me that man kept my daughter's hair? Her hands clench into fists, her voice rising with disgust. I knew it. I knew there was something wrong with him. I stopped going to that church years ago because of the way he acted around her. Emily was 15 when I noticed it. He'd watch her during service. Long, lingering looks that made my skin crawl. Uh-oh. He'd find excuses to talk to her after. Ask her to help with this or that. I told her to stay away, but Emily just thought I was being paranoid as usual. Linda shudders, shaking her head. I didn't like the way he looked at her, detective. It wasn't right. And now this? God, I should have done more. I should have said something. I should have... Her words trail off as she clutches her chest. You take a deep breath, gathering your thoughts as you briefly review the details you've collected. Speaking of the church, ma'am, someone threw a rock through the window early this morning. Does that sound like something Paul Richards would do? I wouldn't put it past him. Everyone figured him when Randy's statue was found missing its head. But what the fuck does that have to do with my baby, detective? I'm just trying to understand Paul's character, Linda. So if Paul vandalized that creep's church, that somehow implies he might also have murdered my daughter? We're considering all the possibilities. You've exhausted this topic for now. Talk about... Can I talk about Emily and Tommy yet? No? Okay. I already talked about the photo. Crime scene clues. You pull out a photo taken by Officer Wallace at the crime scene. It depicts the dark gemstone earring that you found on the ground, torn from Emily's ear during the assault on her life. Emily was wearing these earrings when she was attacked. Do you recognize them? Did she wear them often? Linda pauses, swallowing hard. Yeah, she wore them all the time. They were given to her from her father when she was still a little girl. She always wore them with the dark gemstone necklace. They were a matching set. Dark gemstone necklace? She wasn't wearing a necklace when you examined her body. No such necklace was found at the crime scene. This necklace, are you sure she didn't leave it behind? Maybe it's somewhere around the house, at her aunt's? Oh no, detective, she never took off that necklace. Duly noted. One more question again. This might seem random, but do you know what shoe size Tommy wears? We found footprints at the scene. She stares off, lost in thought. Tommy's shoe size? Probably 10 or 10 or a half, 10 and a half, something like that. That is very helpful. Thank you. I guess we've already exhausted all of these except for this, which, not to press her further. Other clues... I guess, we're done here. I appreciate your willingness to share, ma'am. Oh, can I, ask to look around? I know this is a difficult time, and I don't want to cause you any more distress, but to help with the investigation, we often ask to look around the victim's home. It can sometimes provide us with important details or clues that might not be immediately obvious. Would it be alright if I took a look around? Of course, if you're not comfortable with that, I completely understand. Please, as you need. I have nothing to hide. Whatever to help you find my daughter's killer. Yay, we get to snoop! Let's save first. Snooping time! Snooping as usual, I see. Let's save. Night, Captain JC. Hi, welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Ugh, there we go. You ever, like, wake up with a headache? I think that's probably gotta be one of the most, like, probably one of the worst ways to start your day. It happens to me from time to time. It happened to me this morning. I woke up with a headache, and I was like, God, that's... Why? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? I was sleeping. How do I get a headache in my sleep? How do I get a headache in my sleep? How does it happen? You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. Just wanted to say hi since it's been a minute. Oh yeah, no problem. Well, thank you for dropping by. Dehydrated? I might have been dehydrated. That could have been it. Probably was dehydration. But yeah, no, for me, if I go to bed with a headache, I will wake up with a headache. Like, the only thing that makes headache go away for me is ibuprofen and, like, medication. Like, if I have a headache, it will not go away on its own. I need to fill my bloodstream with ibuprofen in order for it to go away. Sleeping it off does not work for me. How was your sleep overall? I stayed up a bit later than usual. I did stay up pretty late, but that doesn't usually cause a headache for me. Yeah, no, that doesn't work for me either, Gator. Like, if I lie down with a headache, it won't go away. It won't go away. It pauses. Like, it's like if I go to sleep with a headache, it pauses the headache, and then it restarts when I wake up. Like, oh, you're awake. Okay, I'm gonna press play on the headache button. It's like, cool, thanks for that. Emily took that photo when she was in 7th grade. Sometimes you have to tank the damage, I suppose. Is this the washing machine? I can't see anything. It's so friggin' dark in here. Nice boombox. TV. Dresser. What's over there? Shelves. I assume this is her room. This must be Emily's room, you surmise, based on the giant "Keep Out" poster that greets you at the door. Oh, hello. On the table, you find an open envelope. There's a folded letter inside. Take the letter out and read it. Yo, Emily, I ain't playing round no mo. You think you can just drop me like I's nothing? After all I did for you, you walk out like I'm some kind of joke? Nah, girl, you gonna regret making me look like the fool. You keep hanging with that Jake Busta. But I know where yous be at. You don't mess with my heart and walk away clean. I ain't letting this slide, Emily. One day soon, you gon' feel it. Count on that. HSSHD. Oh yeah, that's right. What's his name? Like, hot dog dude or something? These are some extreme parappa lyrics. Oh god. Oh yeah, that's right. Hot Spice Shop Hood Dogs. Paul Richards, the little rat bastard. Found a clue. How much do you want to bet that Paul is some like skinny white dude? How much you want to bet? That makes it even funnier. A well-worn rabbit lies on Emily's bed. Its fabric frayed and its eyes scratched, holding an air of comfort despite its wear and tear. Above the bed has a poster for the hardcore punk band Biohazard. yeah, exactly. Born before SoundCloud. I know, he was born too early. A small box rests on top of the shelves, containing various pieces of trinkets and jewelry that reflect her personality. A blend of youthful charm and disorganization. The closed cabinet seems mundane, but the smell of perfume still lingers in the air around it. You close your eyes and imagine that this is what Emily smelled like when she was alive. For a moment it feels like she is here, in this room, standing with you, but a moment later, the feeling fades. Am I allowed to say that in 2020 plus 5? I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, Twitch didn't bonk you for that. Twitch did not, like... I feel like Twitch would have bonked you if it was. I mean, you didn't say it with, like, an R. Maybe if you said it with, like, the hard R, Twitch might, like, auto-mod you, but, I don't know. I don't know what the current status of that word is. Okay, there's not really much else I can get from here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, if you say cracker, I think, yeah, it happened in my stream before where someone said cracker and they got auto. I'm not gonna shit in her house. Damn, she just dropped it twice. The tub is full of stagnant bathwater? What do you mean? What do you mean the tub is full? What do you mean the tub is full of stagnant bathwater? What do you mean? You just leave water in your tub? What? Wait, maybe she was gonna take a bath before we arrived? Yeah, no wonder the carpets are dirty. The wastebasket is filled with crumpled up tissues and empty cans of beer. Yeah, she stinks. You notice a stack of overdue bills on the table. They're red ink declaring the urgency of the situation. The amount owed seems to be growing with each passing day. It appears Linda was in some deep shit. You found a clue! Nice bed. A haphazard pile of books sits on the dresser. Wait, there's something else here. Tucked between the books is a photograph. Its surface is scratched, but it can't be more than a year old. It shows Emily and Linda, the two standing in the living room. Emily's smile seems forced, her posture stiff, arms crossed, while Linda's expression is tight, almost angry. Besides the visible tension and distance between the mother and daughter, you notice something more unsettling. A subtle bruise on Linda's arm, partially visible. Found a clue! I guess that's all I can get out of here. Oh, I haven't checked out the kitchen yet. Let's see what the rock is cooking. A half-empty bottle of red wine sits on the kitchen table. Sink. The refrigerator hums faintly but offers little in the way of freshness. Inside the shelves are half empty with only a few forgotten leftovers and forgotten condiments. Is the inside of my fridge really relevant to anything, sir? Yeah, it is, actually. Could go for some, question? Linda, can I ask her about the photo? Other clues? That threatening letter Paul wrote, can you tell me more about it? She turns red, flushing with anger. Paul always made her feel small. He had a way of twisting everything. I always told her he wasn't right for her, but it didn't matter. Emily marched to the beat of her own drum. That letter was just the icing on the cake to everything else. But that's what Paul's like, a fucking bully. Did you report it? Did Emily? Emily thought it was just drama. She would have never forgiven me if I reported it. Escalation was the last thing she wanted, but maybe not reporting it is what killed her in the end. Her voice lowers, pained. The sound of words coming out of her mouth piercing her heart like the very blade that robbed her daughter of life. There's something else I want to ask you about, ma'am. I found a photo of you and Emily. I suspect it wasn't taken too long ago. Something feels off about it. The way you're standing, the way Emily looks, like there's a distance between you two. What was going on then? She shifts uncomfortably, her eyes flickering to the wall behind you. That darn photo, we were barely talking at that point. Taken last Christmas. Emily was angry. It felt like everything was falling apart. And Tommy, God, I don't know where to start. We were fighting again. Fighting about what? Everything. Emily didn't trust me anymore. She hated how I tried to ruin her life by not letting her be with Paul. And then Tommy, every argument felt like it was spiraling into something worse. It was just a mess, always fighting over you name it. She bites her lip, a tremor running through her hands. Emily, she hated seeing us fight. That photo, it's like a reminder of everything we couldn't fix, but for some reason I could never bring myself to throw it away. And the bruise on your arm, was that from one of the fights? It's nothing. I don't want to discuss that, detective. It's not relevant. You sense that her response says everything you need to understand. I saw the overdue bills in your room. Things piling up, not easy to miss. Are you managing financially? You think I don't see it? You think I don't feel the walls closing in? Did you come here to advise me on my goddamn finances? I'm not here to judge, but it is important I understand Emily's environment. She rolls her eyes, shaking her head. You think you almost hear a subtle bitter laugh beneath her acrimonious stare. What's there to understand? My husband didn't leave a lot of money when he died, and whatever he had left had to go to the debts we had. Mortgage, his flight school loans, his gambling debts. Christ, want me to go on? I couldn't keep up. Everything just kept slipping through my fingers. Perhaps it would be better to discuss something else. I get it. Let's move on. That's all for now. Thank you for your time, Miss Johnson. We'll be in touch. Please find my daughter's killer. Please. His $1,000 Lego Death Star. Yeah, exactly. Okay, bye. You should probably also take a bath, but maybe not in that bath water. Ooh, it's a beautiful sunset. Hey, look who it is. If it isn't fucking Tommy Harris. He spits tobacco on the ground, giving you a long, scornful look. Yeah, that's me. He shifts, his stance defensive, his voice dripping with contempt. What do you want, cop? Don't tell me you're here to solve Emily's murder, or are you just looking to waste my fucking time? Just a few questions. He spits narrowly, missing your foot, wiping his lips with the back of his hand. Yeah, sure. Probably more than a few, huh? Because that's all you pigs ever do, ain't it? Dig through other people's mess while your own is waiting to be cleaned up. Okay. Let's talk about Linda and Emily. A potential customer for your creepypasta gummies. Oh, fake creepypasta fan. Hi. Thought it said Bakersfield. Yeah, no, it's Buckfield. Yeah, Bakersfield. Where's Bakersfield? Fucking Bakersfield, California. I don't even know. When I picture Bakersfield, California, I picture like nothing. Like just like long, like just nothing. Like there's nothing there. That's what I picture. You're not wrong. Wait, really? There's nothing in Bakersfield? Like I picture like an empty lot or something. That's my mental image of Bakersfield. A countryside? Oh. Bakersfield has things, but last I visited, it felt a little more country. I heard you and Linda have had some pretty bad fights. You like to put your hands on women, Tommy? He leans to the side, a slow, practiced motion, as he spits out a wad of tobacco. The thick stream arcs slightly, landing just inches from your shoe. The dark speck a stark contrast against the dirt. You hear that from Linda? She's full of shit. I ain't touched her in years. She pushed me too far, not the other way around. She's just a bitter old bitch trying to throw dirt on me, always playing the goddamn martyr. Take a small step back as more tobacco splatters at your feet. You want the truth? She's just as messed up as Emily was. You pencil pushers always go looking for someone to pin things on, but it sure as hell ain't me. Funny, because I also heard you and Emily never got along. Maybe you didn't like her back talking you, huh? Chewing on his tobacco, Tommy's stare tightens, his voice low and rough. Listen, boy, you don't know shit about me or that family. Emily was a goddamn junkie and Linda's a fucking drunk. You make a note of Tommy's remark about Emily before returning to the subject of his violent temper. You're saying you didn't lose your temper a couple of nights ago? Things didn't go south? Lose my temper? Hell, you think I'm some kind of criminal? You ever been in a combat zone, detective? You think they taught us how to be nice over in Nam? I learned real quick what's important and what ain't. He spits again, the veins in his neck bulging, pulsing with fury. Yeah, it's probably because of all that fucking Agent Orange. The Agent Orange made him angry. I don't beat women, never did, but Linda's always trying to twist the story, make me the bad guy. It's easy to blame me when she wasn't around to protect Emily. Did she tell you that I caught the girl snorting lines in her bedroom a few weeks ago? Nah, I didn't fucking think so, pig. Why is he talking like fucking Kumo? He's talking like fucking Kuno from Disco Elysium. I caught her snorting lines in the room. I bet you shouldn't tell you about that, pig. Another thud hits the ground. It might be best to inquire with Sarah Foster about Emily's alleged drug use. Okay. What about the fight 2 nights ago? What happened the other night? You and Linda had a big fight. You went to the bar. People who saw you said you seemed to be in a bad place, Tommy. People? Fuck people. And who are you, my fucking therapist now? Yeah, Linda and I had a blow up, okay? She was pissed about Emily. Always about Emily. Emily was stealing money from her. So I stepped in. Shit went downhill from there. You, threatened anyone, Tommy? Tell Emily that you'd kill her? He scans the ground, adding another pile of dark, sticky sludge to the chew spit mess accumulating nearby. I told Emily the truth, that she was a goddamn wreck and dragging everyone else down with her. Maybe if someone else had the balls to say it to her sooner, she'd still be alive. Of course, she didn't take it well, told me to fuck off, so I let her have it back. Words, not fists. A vein on his forehead pops, straining as his rage builds. Have you listened to any podcasts lately, sir? I know. Fuck that, I didn't threaten anyone. I told them both what they needed to hear. I told Linda you raised an idiot for a daughter and now look at her. I would have slapped them both on the head if I thought it'd do any good. You shouldn't be looking closer at the drunk bitch if you ask me. Her own mother. Linda didn't tell you that she took out a life insurance policy on Emily 3 months ago before Emily turned 18? She made herself the beneficiary. You're saying she stood to gain financially from Emily's death. Damn right, he says, spitting another fresh chew of tobacco on the ground. That's quite an accusation, Tommy. He shrugs, leaving you to stew on the revelation as you feverishly scratch in your notepad. Okay, I'll need to follow up with Linda again. What about your alibi? Let's talk about where you were last night, Tommy. People around here don't trust you, and I can't say I blame them. I was home. Home alone? How convenient. No witnesses, not much of an alibi, is it? Danny, hi, welcome. As he chews his tobacco, his voice turns more bitter. I don't need a goddamn alibi. I told you I was home. Ain't no one around to confirm that? Well, that's too fucking bad. He scoffs, leaning forward. I don't answer to you, detective. I was home, and I don't need to prove a goddamn thing to you. Police, politicians, you can all go to hell. You ever heard of Waco, detective? Y'all ain't any better than the animals that did this to Emily. Sounds like you've got a problem with authority, Tommy. Everyone's the enemy, huh? He glares at you, a sneer curling on his lips. You wouldn't know anything about it, bootlicker. They've been lying to people like me for years. First they send us to fight their wars, and they leave us to rot when we come back. You think I'm just gonna roll over and take your shit? I'll tell you something though. That drifter around the mall, Eddie Blake, that jittery freak, I don't trust him. He's got something to hide. Could have been him. Maybe you're just trying to shift the heat off yourself. Tommy shrugs, a thick glob of tobacco flying from his mouth. Fuck you. You don't know anything about me or what I've seen. I ain't the one who's guilty here. You're gonna look back on this and realize you wasted all your time on me. He's gonna complain about the roads next. Oh god. Eddie wasn't the only one fighting with Linda and Emily. That was you, so why should I trust a word you're saying? You know what? I don't give a fuck if you do or don't. Got cause to arrest me? Then do it. Otherwise, get off my fucking property. Why aren't you digging into that beep pastor or that little sniveling shithead Paul Richards? I bet one of them are connected and you're too busy chasing shadows to see it. This line of questioning doesn't seem to be going anywhere. He's right, you don't have cause to arrest him or detain him. Not yet, anyway. What's your shoe size, by the way? Let's cut the crap, Tommy. What's your shoe size? What kind of dumbass question is that? He says, laughing bitterly. You think my boots are gonna solve your little murder case? It's a stream depiction. Yeah, it is. Cause, oh, well, actually, you'll find out. You'll find out why it is. Maybe. Humor me. He rolls his eyes. 10.5. Same as half the men in this town, but sure, why not go ahead and waste your time chasing after my boots while the real killer is out there laughing at you? You'd be surprised what we find, Tommy. Shoes tell a lot. Yeah? What, you gonna arrest me for having feet now? What's my boot gonna be saying when it's up your fucking ass, detective? Tommy's anger boils over as he spits again, his words a mix of defiance and resentment. You've got what you need for now. Tommy Harris is a man full of blame, pointing fingers but never owning up. It's not enough to clear him, but it's a start. Thanks for the information, Tommy. This has been very useful. See you around. Yeah, let's get out of here. So, we have more characters I can speak to. Check his Instagram account for feet pics. You gonna arrest me for having feet, man? Yes, actually. The Drifter. I don't see anyone up here. Oh, I don't need to do that. It is... Oh, that's right. I have to go talk to, I have to go to the hospital and talk to the coroner, but he's not actually a coroner. He's just a guy who does coronary work sometimes, occasionally. Welcome back, detective. The doctor is waiting for you just down the hall in the post-mortem suite. The post-mortem suite. Is that what we're calling it? The filter is going red. Oh my god, you're right. Morgue in storage? Yeah? A voice beckons you to come inside. Okay. Now it's blue. Now it's blurple. Trying to learn English by watching VTubers and it's working? Wait, you're trying to learn English? Really? I had no idea you were ESL. Your grammar and vocabulary is very good. I did not know that. But yeah, I genuinely didn't know that. You have good grammar and vocabulary. So I guess it is working.
Hold on, let me wipe my nose.
Oop. Dr. Mike Daniels greets you with a professional but weary demeanor. The morgue is cold, sterile, and lit with fluorescent lights, casting harsh shadows on Emily's body. Grammar is easy, speaking is hard. Ah, I see, okay. Yeah, that's one of the things when it comes to like learning a language is that some people are like more really good at like reading and writing and some people are better at speaking, you know? It's very interesting how some people like are, I guess, better at certain things than others. But yeah, definitely listening to people speaking is really good. When I was learning Japanese, I mean, I still technically am, but whatever. One of our teachers introduced us to this technique called shadowing, which is basically where you hear someone say something like a sentence and you try to mimic the way they say it. Like you repeat after them. You try to like mimic as close as you can to what they're saying. And I think that's a pretty like helpful technique. I think it's really helpful. I think it really works very well. Because sometimes you kind of have to like force yourself to learn the accent, right? And I feel like that really helps with that. I learned mine by watching and playing things in English. It's a solid plan for these reasons. Yeah. I know there's this Dutch girl in my classes who said like, oh yeah, I pretty much learned English from like playing games and watching stuff in English. I think a lot of people from like Europe and Latin America learn English just through like media proliferation, right? Especially in like those countries with like smaller countries where things don't often get dubbed into their language. You know, you kind of just like end up watching things in English and it's like, oh, okay, I guess, yeah, okay. Dr. Daniels, Detective you're a whore. I forgot his first name. I forgot his first name. Detective you're a whore. Nice to finally make your acquaintance, Detective. I still can't believe this happened. In Buckfield, of all places. It's a mess, you reply, exhaling deeply. She was only 18. What can you tell me so far, Doc? He sighs, gesturing to the body. It's brutal. Cause of death? Exsanguination from multiple stab wounds to the chest. I counted 14 of them, with most clustered there. Any post-mortem? A few, maybe, but she was alive for most of them. Likely unconscious by the time the final wounds were inflicted, but her heart was still beating. The amount of blood loss confirms that. Yeah, no, I'm talking I'm talking to that one. What about defensive wounds? I surmised she tried to shield herself, judging by the condition of her hands. That's right, there are clear signs she fought back. Broken nails, abrasions on her hands and forearms. Emily didn't go quietly. Dr. Daniels shakes his head. Then there's the bruising around the neck. She was strangled, but not to kill. Probably to subdue her. Sexual assault? He nods grimly. Unfortunately, yes, there's evidence of, yeah. You can't help but snarl under your breath. Whoever did this, they were a monster. Bastard didn't just want her dead, he wanted to dominate her. Exactly. This was personal, Detective. You don't see this level of overkill in a random attack. Whoever did this hated her, or at least hated what she represented to them. At the crime scene, we found size 10.5 footprints near her body. That's consistent with my findings. Couldn't give you an exact number, but the bruising on her arms indicates strong hands. Definitely someone larger and stronger than her. You can get more specifics once tissue samples are analyzed and prints are run on the defensive wounds. Regrettably, I don't have the tech to do that here. What about time of death? Based on body temperature, lividity, and rigor, I'd estimate between midnight and 3 a.m. She was found early this morning, so the timeline fits. You stand still for a moment, processing everything he has told you, your mind lost in the moment, at the time and place that Emily was slaughtered. Detective? Suddenly, you snap back to reality. Solid work, Doc. By the way, Chief Lawson mentioned they used to work in the medical examiner's office in Augusta. Oh yeah, that was probably 15 years ago now. I didn't work there long. Decided maybe that wasn't the career I wanted. I found my calling. He pauses briefly, considering his words. I found my calling in saving the living instead of studying the dead. Working at the medical examiner's office gave me a clear picture of how fragile life is. But here as a doctor, I get to fight for it every day. It's about giving people another chance while they're still here. You quickly glance around the room. And yet here you are. Here I am. You both remain silent, exhausted from the weight of the day. Each of you appreciating the starkly different paths your lives have taken, and the fortuitous nature that has brought you about the present encounter. Alright, keep me posted if anything new comes up. Of course. Okay, bye. Yeah, it's red now. It's red and spooky. Let's talk to her again. Do you have anything to say to me? Okay. It is nighttime? Question mark? The clock says 3, but perhaps it isn't working. I think they mentioned that it wasn't working. Let's go back to the... Well, maybe I should get myself some dinner before I turn in for the night. Eh? Oh, hey! There he is, mi amiga. Mi amigo, sorry. Wait! Ay, Dios mío! It's you, the detective! Detective Horace, State Police, Homicide. Victor Luis, mi amigo. Chef and owner of the Dancing Damsel. He stretches, then gestures towards you. So you have questions, see? You look pretty busy right now. He lets out a soft chuckle, a quick exhale of amusement that barely lifts the corners of his mouth. You catch me before the storm, eh? You glance around as if noticing the emptiness of the restaurant, the stillness of the entire town. Expecting a large crowd tonight? A Friday night? Siempre busy tonight will be no different, I think. But people, they'll be coming in with their troubles, not just their appetites. It's unsettling. His voice turns more serious, his brows creased with concern. I can feel it like a shadow, you know? Everyone's whispering about what happened to that poor girl. It's not good for the town, for anyone. What about you, amigo? You hear anything? Something new? I'm following up on a few leads. He pauses for a moment, wiping his hands on his apron. It's hard to focus when your heart feels heavy, detective, but you know me. I cook, I serve, try to make things better in my way. Well, I'll let you get back to it. Perhaps I'll see you later? Oh, hello. Jenny is arranging menus on the table. Hello, detective. You've been keeping, like, super busy, huh? I hope all this clears up soon. I can't even imagine what the family's going through. Like, oh my god. So will you be dining with us this evening? I think we're gonna be, like, super busy, too. Maybe I'll come back later. I hope so, teehee. Alright, I don't think I can do anything here for now. Let's go back to the station. Oh, I guess everyone is gone home for the day. I think. Are they sitting? You know, there's people are sitting in the chairs. Oh, okay. Officer Wallace, okay, they're sitting in their chairs. Okay, I don't... Well, I'll talk to him. Have you visited Emily's mother yet? Yes. Good, Linda's been through hell. She deserves answers. I hope she was able to shed some light on Emily's last days. By the way, Dr. Daniel should be wrapping up the autopsy report. I suggest you consult with him. I've already done it. Glad to hear it. The report might hold a key to understanding what really happens. Once I finish here, I'm thinking about grabbing dinner at the Damsel. You and Henderson are welcome to join, if he's feeling up to it, of course. Let me know. Okay. Let's go see, what my partner's doing. Pop into the corner store. The lady is gone. Gary wipes down the counter, his face betraying an underlying tension of the day's events. Evening. You're working late tonight, huh? You know, everyone's talking about the Johnson girl. Not the kind of thing this town's used to. Haven't seen too many folks coming through today. People are keeping to themselves, real quiet. Not like the usual crowd for a Friday. Anyway, can I help you with something, detective? Not unless you sell 𝐁𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. It's a scotch. Never mind. We carry some liquor, but not that one, I'm afraid. No worries. Thanks anyway. I don't even know what that is. Is the town used to the skies going red? It's the sunset! The beautiful sunset! You guys never seen a red sunset before? Oh, there's someone here. Let me just save first. I love how tiny the bus is. Hello, who are you? The man standing on the sidewalk near the bus blows out a plume of smoke as you approach. A cigarette dangling between his fingers, likely the driver taking a break before hitting the road. Bus is heading to Portland, should be pulling out soon. Wouldn't mind getting on the bus back to Portland, home sweet home. There are still unresolved matters to take care of here first. I see. Alright, let's go see how my buddy's doing. Are you still having tummy troubles, my friend? Clive appears to be resting peacefully. Okay. Oh, I gotta look for the drifter, too. The drifter. No? Okay. Room number 3, room number 3, room number 3. Nope, okay. Anything new here? No. Yeah, let's go look at the sunset together. We can all go see the sunset. Yeah, see, it's a sunset. Okay, yeah, it does look kind of murderous. It does look like a murderous sunset. I guess. Let's see. These, I think they're gone still. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Okay, they're closed. Already went to the hospital. Already talked to Tommy. Let's go back down again. Maybe I missed something down there. RTX enabled games really gotta tone it down with the god rays. RTX on. Hey guys, I have a crazy idea. Do you guys want to hear my crazy idea? I don't know, it's kind of too crazy. I might be freaking people out with this idea. It might be too crazy for stream, if you get what I mean. If you catch my drift. Can I go over here? No. Okay. So, my idea. What if they make video games that actually run on computers. That kind of crazy, right? Video games that run on computers? That's a crazy idea. I don't know, that's crazy. Extra Fuzzy, hi, welcome. It's impossible, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm saying, like, I think they could do it. I think they could do it, but I don't know, man. I think it's possible, but I think the time isn't right yet, you know? Time isn't right. I'm ahead. Like, this idea, like, but Alex, how will we market more and more expensive hardware? Here's UE6 to make more slop. Oh, Jesus Christ. Every time I hear news about, like, oh, the PS6, I'm like, shut up. No one gives a crap. A gaming PC? You live in a fantasy world, Alex. Yeah, I told you guys my idea is too crazy. I told you it's too crazy. PCs are made for spreadsheets and Microsoft Word. PS5 had no original games. Okay, define original games. What is your definition of an original game? What is your definition of an original game? Okay, let's see if anyone's here. Didn't get ported. Well, Astrobot was a PS5 original game. Astrobot PS5. That's the original. So there. Having to think this hard about it is telling. No, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Shut up, no, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. I'm sure you could turn the PS5 into a crypto coin miner or something. Yeah, Demon Souls Remake, Demon Souls Remake is technically a port. I mean, it is a remake, but it's also a port, right? So that doesn't count. The door creaks open, revealing a man framed by the dimly lit foyer behind him. His gut hanging over the waistband of his jeans, his shoulders tense with unease. Oh yeah, God of War, Dad of Boy. It took me a second to realize what you were talking about. Yeah, Death Stranding 2. Yeah. Mr. Cooper. Who's asking? Detective, you're a whore. I'm a homicide detective with the state police. Aye, that's me. Why is my phone buzzing? I was wondering when y'all were gonna show up. May I come in and have a word with you? His eyes, marked by a mix of weirdness and resignation, settle on you. Sharp, cautious, and already bracing for what's to come. Without a word, he steps aside, gesturing you inside with a curt nod. Nice house. Can we talk? Can I talk to you? I appreciate you talking with me today. I know things have been tough around here. Randy glances around the room as if searching for an escape from the tension. Yeah, well, tough doesn't even begin to cover it. I can't tell you the amount of times that girl stayed here. My daughter was younger. They damn near hung out every day. I'd like to get a clearer picture of some things. The missing... Well, talk about Emily. Emily comes first. I need to ask about Emily. Your daughter Sophie used to be close with her, but they drifted apart. Can you tell me what you remember about Emily? Randy scratches the back of his neck, his brow furrowing in concentration as if searching for the right words. Emily was a good kid, but hell, she was always hanging around with the wrong crowd, especially that Richards. He was always dragging Emily into trouble, and Sophie, well, I didn't want her getting caught up in their shenanigans. Do you think Emily was into something more serious? He hesitates, looking off to the side for a moment, offering a half-hearted shrug. She got tangled up in all sorts of stuff. Look, I don't know the half of it, but she was spending a lot of time with Sarah Foster. And I think those girls together got into all sorts of trouble. You can say what you want about Sarah, but Emily, she was just unlucky. Got started down a bad road, especially with Paul. What about Tommy Harris? Do you know him well? Could he be involved in this? Tommy? Everyone knows Tommy. Got a lot of problems, but murder? Nah, not Tommy. He's got his demons, no doubt, especially with whatever's going on between him and Linda Johnson, but he's not a killer. Never got the sense he'd take things that far. Not with Emily. He's not the smartest guy in the room, granted, but a killer? No. So you're absolutely convinced he's not a suspect? Nah, no, you're wasting your time there. Now Sophie, she might know more. She sees a lot of things I don't. What about the statue head? Randy, let's talk about the missing statue head that turned up 3 weeks ago. Folks around here seem to think that Paul Richards had something to do with it. What's your take on that? He exhales sharply, rubbing his hands together, trying to calm the restless energy coursing through him. Paul Richards? Yeah, I heard all the talk. He's always been a pain, pulling dumb pranks for attention. You know, moving people's garden gnomes or soaping up windows. Nothing big, just petty stuff. He's the kind of kid who can't stand being ignored, always has to stir the pot. So yeah, people jump to conclusions, but it could have been anyone. Just because he's a jerk doesn't mean he's the one who did it. You think that's the reason people point the finger at him? He raises his shoulders in a quick dismissive motion. Why not? He's always been trouble. It's easy to blame the kid who's been causing problems for years. I don't know what he was thinking, but I wouldn't put it past him. But no proof, right? So I wouldn't get all riled up about it. You sense that he's nervous to lay the blame on Paul. I sense that you don't want to lay the blame on Paul. Look, detective, I'm not trying to stoke any fires or get into any beefs with anyone. Sophie and I, we mind our own business. What's done is done. Chief Lawson investigated it. Nothing turned up. I'm content to leave it at that. Seems like you'll have to speak with Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog himself about the missing statue head. Alright, Randy, I appreciate your time today. We'll keep looking into things, but I might need to come back if we turn up anything new. Yeah, sure, you gotta catch this guy. I don't think anyone in town is gonna sleep until you do. You offer a quick, friendly gesture of appreciation. Okay. Can I look at your stuff? Oh, is that a doggy? What's in here? Hey, that goes to the basement. You don't need to go down there. Hi, doggy. The Belgian Malinois watches you intently, its sharp eyes and upright ears tracking your every move. As you reach out, it stays poised, exuding both curiosity and quiet vigilance. Okay, can I talk to your daughter? Sophie, I'm a detective with the state police. I'd like to ask you a few questions. The young girl invites you to enter. You approach the girl as she paces back and forth in her bedroom, lost in thought. The air feels heavy with unspoken grief, the girl's eyes red and tired. Sophie, I'm sorry to put you through this, but I need your perspective. You knew Emily better than most. Anything you can tell me will help. I don't know if I can help. I mean, I want to, but it's all just such a mess. What do you want to know? Did Emily have foes? Tell me about yourself. You and Emily used to be really close, right? What happened between you two? Sophie gives a faint shrug, her gaze darting nervously to the floor, unable to settle as though searching for something to anchor her thoughts. Yeah, we were best friends back when we were younger, but things just changed. You know how it is when you grow up, right? You change, you grow apart. Not in a bad way, really, but she started hanging out with different people. I don't know, maybe I was just growing up and out of the things we used to do. It was like she needed to find her way on her own, and I guess I still hold on to things from when we were younger. She falters, her expression tightening as if she wrestles with echoes of the past. The weight of recent events heavy in her silence. I don't know, after her dad passed, it was like something in her shifted. She was never the same after that. We were, 11? That's a tough age to deal with that kind of stuff. And she never really talked about him after. But she was different, you know? I think she felt lost, like she was carrying around all this sadness no one could see. And well, I wasn't the best at helping her through it. Sounds like that was hard. So you think the change came from her dad's death? It wasn't just that. I mean, yeah, it hit her hard. But Emily wasn't the type to get all quiet or anything. She always had people around her. It was more like, I don't know, she found a new crowd, people who were more her speed, I guess, and I started drifting too. You watch her closely, sensing the strain in her voice. We just didn't really click anymore. Same with Sarah and I. But Sarah, she was always there for Emily. She always knew how to make Emily laugh. And Emily just needed that, especially after her dad. I couldn't make her laugh like that. I didn't get it. Then she got into Paul Richards, and I didn't exactly approve of that. She didn't listen, though. Okay. Paul and Jacob? Remind me who Jacob is again? You mentioned Paul Richards. What was he like? She leans closer, her look growing more intense. I didn't like Paul. He was always looking for attention. He used to pull pranks in school just to get a reaction. He was a few grades older than us, but you'd swear he's forever stuck in middle school. Emily would just say he's misunderstood. She had a huge blind spot, always got real defensive about him. As for anything dangerous, I don't know, it's hard to say. She wasn't, reckless, but she wasn't exactly making the best choices either. People told her he wasn't good for her, that he wasn't the guy she thought he was. But she didn't want to hear it. I think she liked how free he was or whatever. But the truth is, it was like trying to talk to a brick wall. She wouldn't listen, and eventually I just stopped trying. We drifted so far apart after that. And Jacob Turner? He just started hanging around recently, right? Jacob, yeah, that sounds about right. I don't keep tabs on her life or anything, though. But yeah, maybe a few months ago. He's not someone I'd trust. I mean, I don't know everything, but I heard stuff about his past. Not good stuff. At first, he seemed like the kind of guy who had his act together. I mean, he works at a library, right? He's almost 30 years old. He was always super nice to me whenever I saw him, but then people were talking about him with Emily and Sarah, saying they were getting high together. Oh, that's right. Jacob was the library guy who was taking them to the city every weekend. I knew Emily and Sarah smoked pot with Paul all the time, but this was different. Coke, pills, you name it. Honestly, I couldn't picture him like that. To say nothing of Emily, he always seemed decent to me. But if Emily and Sarah were hanging out with him like that, I guess maybe I was wrong. Does Emily have foes? Do you think Emily had any enemies or anyone who might have wanted to hurt her? Her hands nervously gripped the edge of her sleeve. Enemies? Not that I could think of, really. Emily was a good person, always tried to do the right thing, even when she was mixed up with the wrong crowd. I mean, sure, some people didn't get her, especially after she started hanging out with Paul, but who didn't she get along with, besides her mom and her mom's boyfriend? Anyone who might have had a grudge? You mentioned Tommy Harris. You notice that her lips is quivering as she bites down. I don't know, Tommy Harris, he might have had a thing against her. Not that I ever knew him to be violent towards her or anything. Her mom is a different story. But I remember seeing him stare at her sometimes. He's got issues, you know? PTSD from Vietnam, maybe? Tommy's reputation. You think Tommy had something against Emily? A faint hollow laugh escapes her, more of a reflex than genuine humor. I don't know. I never really saw them talk much. He's complicated. Yeah, I've heard the stories about him. Everyone knows he's a small-town guy with problems, drinking. You know, maybe had some bad history with Miss Johnson, but not the type to murder Emily. Maybe he had a weird way of looking at people, but I don't think he'd go that far. Do you think anyone who Emily was close with could be responsible? Paul, this librarian I've been hearing about, Jacob? Sophie shakes her head. Emily was lost. I think she thought she could fix everything, change people like Paul, maybe even Jacob. If the rumors are true. In reality, I think they only changed her. Maybe it was the way she let herself be pushed and pulled in every direction that made her an easy target. Oh, so she was like, I can fix him? So Emily was the type of girl who was like, I can fix him, but instead he only made her worse. I think it's that kind of situation. Many such cases. But I don't think anyone I know, anyone in Buckfield, would have hurt her. I told you everything I know. I don't think there's anything else I can say to help. Just find out who did this, for Emily. She didn't deserve any of this. You've been a big help, Sophie. I know this wasn't easy, but everything you've shared brings us closer to the truth. Too nice for her own good? I mean, maybe? Do these people also have stale bathwater? Circuit breaker. I mean, okay, I don't really, think there's anything else I need to do here, so I guess I'll, let me talk to the dad one more time. See if he has anything to say. Can you get out of the way, please? Oh, no, okay. Hi, doggy. Bye, doggy. It's getting late. You should go check on Clive. Oh, yeah, okay. Now we have something to do. Yay. Oh. No, how do I? No. There we go. Wonder if there's anyone in the park. I could take a stroll through the park, see if anyone's hanging out. No? Okay. The bus driver's gone. Oop. Hey! Clive! I feel like a new man. Spent the whole damn day on the toilet, I swear. I shat my brains out. If that's not a cleanse, I don't know what is. Glad to hear you survived. I thought you might have needed a stretcher there for a while. Yeah, well, I made it. Now what's the deal with the case? Anything interesting? It's dragging, you know how it is. Poking at things, hoping they'll fall apart. Alright, enough about that. I'm starved. Let's go get some real food at the Damsel. You're brave, man. After everything today, you're willing to risk it again? You bet your ass I am. Ain't no way I'm letting a little stomach bug stop me from getting a decent meal. You coming, or are you too busy playing detective? Yeah, I'm in. Might as well get some food while we talk shop. Oh, by the way, Chief Lawson came by earlier. He and Officer Wallace wanted to join us. The more the merrier. So, Rookie, you ready? After you, old-timer. Chief Lawson chuckles softly as he picks up his drink. Can you believe 𝐌𝐮𝐫𝐿's gone and found himself a date? Met some gal over in Augusta today. Guess they're meeting up for dinner. He glances sideways at Clive, raising an eyebrow. Who would have thought? The badge has its perks, eh? Unfortunately, I don't think she's looking to help solve any cases. Officer Wallace's gaze drifts lazily over to a booth across the aisle, her voice almost nostalgic. Look at Mr. and Mrs. Collins over there. Always sit at the same booth, sharing a slice of pie like it's their little tradition. Have you met Gary and Betty Yora? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Such a cute old couple. Been coming here every Friday since, well, forever, I think. Her eyes linger for a moment as she ponders. I wonder why they've never had any children. You'd think they want to pass down the store, huh? They have a son. His name's Tom. Thom? Big banker on Wall Street from what I hear. Gary doesn't like to talk about him, though. Hell, I get the feeling things aren't exactly smooth between them. Wallace raises an eyebrow, frowning curiously, her voice low but intrigued. Really? I wonder why. Never asked, but you know how Gary is, stubborn as a mule sometimes. What a shame, I can't imagine not being on speaking terms with my own child. Lawson tones sharpens, almost protective, as if guarding a memory. Family can be complicated, Wallace. Things aren't always as simple as they look from the outside. You'll understand someday. You lean in, looking for a way to crack through the layers of politeness between the four of you. You got any kids, Laura? She laughs, a short, humorless sound that fades quickly as she glances at her glass, fingers tapping nervously on the edge. Not yet. Gotta meet Mr. Right first. How about you? Same boat. Whore is still looking for Mr. Right, too. He chimes in, grinning slyly, his voice teasing but not unkind. There's a sudden sense of camaraderie in the air, a shared understanding of life's unspoken jokes. Good luck with that. How about you, Clive? What's your story? Clive's tone grows quieter, more grounded, his eyes momentarily unfocused. Yeah, I got a daughter. She lives with her mother. I didn't know you had a daughter, Clive. Yep, she's in grade school. Sweet kid, I don't know where she gets it from. Certainly not from my ex, huh? Welcome to the club, Clive. At least you've got someone to make this all worthwhile. Oh yeah, now we get to talk about our bitch ex-wives. At least you found love again. Ah, twice divorced now. Guess I never learn. He's got 2 bitch ex-wives. Clive nodded slowly, understanding more than he lets on, his voice almost a quiet affirmation of life's disappointments. Oh, I always thought you and Meg seemed so happy. A bitter laugh escapes Lawson, but it's not really a laugh. Yeah, well, like I said, not as simple as things look from the outside. You got kids, Frank? He pauses, his voice shifting back to its more professional register. 2 boys, but enough of this. Let's get back to the case. You were suggesting some pretty salacious stuff before. Just reporting what I've gathered, Chief. And you think all that is relevant to Emily's murder? You've got to follow the trail where it leads. I don't like what you were suggesting about Pastor Peters, Detective. Her jaw tightens. Hey, the fucker was peeping on Emily when she was 15. You just gonna handwave that? Look, Linda's got her views about the church, Peters, whatever. I'm not discounting those. His voice hardens, like he's drawing a line in the sand. But saying that rises to the level of violence, sexual violence that we're dealing with here, I don't like where you're going with this. Wallace's eyes flash with frustration, a warning almost buried in her words. That doesn't even include what you've implied about Linda earlier. Clive snorts, his lips curling into a grimace as he leans back. Hey, if her own damn mother stood to benefit financially from her death, I think you'd better look twice at that. Oh, there you go. Twice, 3 times, fine. But what are you actually saying? Her mother could have assaulted her in that way? That doesn't begin to add up. Maybe she had someone do it and things didn't go how she planned. As shocking as it might seem, there have been several notable cases of mothers killing their children for a variety of reasons. There was the case of Susan Smith in South Carolina just last year. Maybe she wanted to appease her boyfriend. Wallace butts in like the sharp crack of a wick, her disbelief palpable. This is absurd, scandalous. You hold up a hand, cutting through the noise. Look, regardless, we all agree that Tommy Harris is a lead we're pursuing. And the Drifter. You glance at your notepad. Oh yeah, I never found that guy. I still need to locate Eddie Blake, Paul Richards, and Jacob Turner, too. Lawson's tone shifts to one of dismissive certainty, eyebrows knitting together in muted agitation. You're wasting your time with Richards. Wallace crosses her arms. And the librarian, really? He was supplying Emily drugs. Possibly cocaine, pills, according to Sophie Cooper. You don't think he's worth looking at? There's an edge of reluctance in Wallace's voice, like she's not quite convinced. Maybe they're worth looking at, whore. But it feels like we're grasping at straws, like we're at square one. Welcome to how a fucking homicide investigation works. This ain't the movies, for Christ's sake. I'd say you've got 6 suspects, whore. Eddie Blake, Jacob Turner, Linda Johnson, Paul Richards, Ron Peters, and Tommy Harris have been moved to your suspects list. Start there, now. Clive, you okay? Everyone's attention shifts to Clive as his stomach growls audibly. The room feels suddenly quiet. Oh my god, is he gonna shit himself? He cringes as he pushes back from the table. My stomach. It's coming back, fuck me. His discomfort is visible in every movement as he rushes towards the door. Oh, he is gonna shit himself. The fear of a man who knows he's about to shit his pants at any moment. Lawson chuckles softly. Well, I guess the damsel's food isn't for everyone. He pooped his pants! You sticking around for another day, Detective? Damn it, Clive, you mutter, shaking your head. Well, he's already got a room for the night. Might as well stick around and pick up on things tomorrow. By the way, did either of you have a chance to follow up on the vandalism at the church this morning? I know everyone's had their hands full today. Officer Vining stopped there on his way to Augusta this afternoon and collected the rock thrown at the window. The lab might be able to pull something from it. Fingerprints, DNA, or fibers, but it could take some time to process. Good. Also, where can I find Richards and Turner? They live in the Fox Tower apartments. So does Emily's Aunt Carol. You might want to talk to her too, since she was the last one who saw Emily, but there is one catch. Do you know sign language? No, I guess I'll have to rely on my trusty notepad. How do I get into the apartments? Do I need a key? Talk to Eric Cornell. He manages the property along with a motel. There's something else you might want to know. Remember to wear brown pants, folks. I bet he brought his pants pre-shitted. The size 10.5 footprints we found at the crime scene this morning, the lab called while I was on my way over. They matched them. Timberland 6-inch premium waterproof boots. Ooh, a working man. You learned about a clue. So we gotta find someone with Timbs. Okay. So keep an eye out for those, though I gotta admit, I own a pair myself. Doesn't exactly narrow things down. Well, I'd better go check on Clive and maybe get some rest for the night. Sounds like another full day ahead tomorrow. You really looking at all those people, whore? His words are more of a challenge than a question. Leave the homicide investigation to the homicide detectives, Chief. Don't get too cocky, whore. Okay, I guess I can leave now. Damn, the whole... Oh, let me talk to my friends. Mire, this place is full tonight, just the way I like it. Makes all the hard work worth it. Y tú, mi amigo, estás en buena compañía. Sorry, Victor, I don't speak any Spanish. You are in good company, my friend. Thanks for the translation. I agree, mon ami. Yeah, well... Yeah, let's go back. Nice pronunciation, dude. You're a whore. You really don't remember any of this, Clive. I'm sorry, Yora. Right, Yora. It was a long time ago. Oh my god, whoa, everything's in color now. My memory ain't what it used to be. You peer into Clive's eyes, searching the soul of your former partner and friend. You only see a shell of the sharp detective you once knew. Oh my god, is this the future? Are we in the future now? What? I'm tired. Let's take a break. We can continue this in a little while. Sure, Clive. What is happening? Why is this the future? Thanks for coming, Yora, especially in this weather. I don't think he even remembers me anymore, Evelyn. We were partners for 7 years. I thought these weekly meetings would help. They are helping, but the doctor said we can only slow Papa's memory loss. But I think he's more lucid lately, and that's in large part thanks to you. Maybe, but I don't like talking about the Buckfield case. That one has never sat well with me. I know, Yora. You told me that last week. I fear I may be the one suffering from Alzheimer's. She can't help but let out a hushed chuckle. Are you finished for the day then? I'll stick around for a bit. What? Why am I old? Did I go to the beach that makes me old? What? Ooh, what a cool painting. Yeah, this guy just happens to have a painting of a 13th century knight in his house, as one does. Huh. This is a very loud rug. Ooh, a computer. Nice chair. I can like, this house has such a specific vibe to it. It's the type of house that I like really, really hate. Kind of like a like an old house, but like a fancy old house, you know, where everything is like dark lacquered wood and shit. I don't like those. I don't like those. Kitty. Clive still uses the landline. Call home? Oh, can I save like this? The kind where you'd be in debt if you tripped and something falls over? Yeah. I'll put it in a new file. You hang up the phone. Okay. Is his save portrait old? Good question. I'll have to check. Not watching the inauguration today? Clive shakes his head, letting out a dry chuckle that betrays annoyance. Oh god. Oh no, no politics. No politics in this stream, please. I know you've been coming every week for the past month. I remember your name, friend. It's just some things, names, places, cases. They sit on the edge of my mind, close enough to touch, but I can't. I can't reach them. You try to convey reassurance without overdoing it. It's okay. You ready to pick up where you left off? The Buckfield case, I mean. Yeah! Let's go return to, yeah, let's keep going. Was I really shitting my pants the entire time? And that was our first homicide case together? That was my first homicide case, period. You spent most of the next day at the clinic, if I recall. Act 2! Clive's at the clinic? What's going on? Is it serious? Whoa, now it's gray. You rub your hand across your face, trying to keep your tone even. Yeah, he's got the flu or something. It's not major, just a rough patch. I'm handling things in the meantime. Johnny transcends realities. So true. So true. There's a Johnny in every universe. Her disappointment is evidence, her voice rising just enough to carry the weight of her authority. There's no time for this, Yora. The higher-ups are on my back and I can't keep telling them to wait. Get it moving. I understand. Oh, that's true. Since this is a flashback, I guess it does make sense. Okay, so let's, to-do list. Clues. Let's, Linda, Emily's aunt, Paul Richards. I would like to meet, Paul, or what is his name? Hot Dog Hood Dog or something? Let's see. Oh, that's right. I need to talk to the dude here. I know, keeping track on everything for me is very nice. Oh, it's raining. It's blue dabba-dee-dabba-die. Hello? Ah, crap. He's not here. There's a note on the reception desk. Dear guests, I've stepped out to South Paris for a short while. If you need a room or assistance, please speak with Victor Luis at the Dancing Damsel. He'll help with anything urgent. Oh, okay. I'll go talk to Victor then. Oh yeah, let me save. Is my, portrait old? Oh, it's old! Look, 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 the portrait is old! What? That's so cool. I'm no longer old now. I have unolded myself. Okay, let's go talk to Victor if he's around. Hi, where's Victor? Oh my gosh, hi detective. Do you want a table for one? Oh, I know, you're probably looking for Victor. He's like over at the clinic or something. So, like, you want a table or what? I'm good, thanks, Jenny. Oh, there's a person sitting here. Can I talk to them? You the detective, huh? The man looks at you lazily while nursing a drink. Tough gig. Yes, it's true. Nothing bad ever happens in Buckfield until it does. Takes a sip of his drink. Better order something, though. The chows here is the real deal. Okay, you're just a random dude. So I have to go to the clinic. I don't even have an umbrella. You find Victor leaning on the counter, flashing a dazzling smile. Ah, Lisa, you are a vision today, mi estrella. If beauty were medicine, this town wouldn't need me or Dr. Daniels. Lisa rolls her eyes, half smiling. It's blue because it's raining. True. And yet here you are. Shouldn't you be cooking up something amazing at the damsel instead of pestering me? He places his hand over his heart, feigning hurt. Aye, but what is cooking if not a way to win a woman's heart? Tell me, Lisa, when will you let me cook for you? Just once, eh? I'll make you the most romantic arepas you've ever had. How about I let you know when pigs fly? I just ate your cooking last night, you know. You wound me, 𝐿𝐿𝐤𝐿𝐿, but I am a patient man. One day you'll see. Victor's cooking wins every heart. 𝐿𝐿𝐤𝐿𝐿. Sorry, I said that wrong. Ah, detective. I need to get into Fox Tower Apartments. Fox Tower? Ah, you gotta talk to Eric Cornell about that. I know, but he had to run to South Paris. Left a note at the motel to check with you. Ay, Dios mío! With me, listen, amigo, if you need a room at the motel, I can hook you up, no problema. But anything else, you have to wait for Eric. He won't be gone too long, I'm sure. Okay. Why is there blood all over this place? The teddy bear's left eye is torn. And? Oh, okay, so I guess I gotta just... Oh yeah, wait, where's my partner? My partner. He's here. There he is. I gotta... tell me, Doc, is he gonna live? The doctor checks Clive's vitals, shaking his head. Clive, you're a wreck. A bad flu and dehydration? You're lucky you came in when you did. Clive groans, clutching his stomach. Lucky, I feel like I've been hit by a truck, Doc. How long am I stuck here? At least until that bag's empty, he says, adjusting the IV drip, and maybe longer. You're no good to anyone if you pass out on the job. Oh, by the way, Emily was transferred to the medical examiner's office in Augusta this morning. She'd have some further information in a couple of days. Great, maybe I'll feel human again in time to hear about it. Not if you keep talking instead of resting. Let the fluids work their magic, partner. Yora, listen. If you run into any reporters, don't go running your mouth, okay? Ugh. Okay, enjoy whatever. Whatever, enjoy. Have fun. Or don't, I don't care. I do care because he's my partner. Anyway. Let's see what's new at the station. We got any, Well, I was gonna say if they've made any progress, but that's entirely dependent on me. I'm the one who needs to make the progress. You find officers Ben Vining, Laura Wallace, and an unknown officer deep in conversation. Vining leaning casually in the receptionist chair while Wallace smirks, arms crossed. The visiting officer, a tall, wiry man with graying hair, listens with a bemused expression. So let me get this straight. She ordered a salad at Pete's Steakhouse on a first date? That should have been your first clue, Vining. What was I supposed to do? Say sorry, ma'am, no rabbits allowed? Besides, she was... He glances up as you enter, straightening his posture. Oh, detective, didn't see you there. You must be the state detective everyone's talking about. Jeff Rourke? Mechanics, Falls PD. Figured I'd drop by, see if you need any extra boots on the ground with, well, you know. Officer Wallace nods towards Rourke. Jeff's just here to stir up trouble. The murder's got the whole county on edge, and he's hoping for an excuse to snoop around. Can't help it, I'm curious. Murder like this doesn't happen around here often. How's it going on your end? You find anything new yet, or is it still a mess of questions and no answers? There's no shortage of work to be done and the clock is ticking, but I'm on it. Thanks for your concern, officer, but I'll be alright on my own. Seriously, salad? Gotta love the charm of small-town law enforcement. Everyone knows everyone and no one ever locks their doors. He pauses, his expression growing more serious. But this case, it's got teeth. You let me know if there's any grunt work you need done. I'm your man, detective. Noted. Okay, let's start questioning some people. I need to question... I need to find, well, I can't talk to Hotshot Hood Dog yet, so I guess I gotta go back and question, the mother and, Tommy Two Wheels, or whatever his name was. Well, they said Tommy Two Wheels is not gonna get me anywhere, but, we'll see. Miss Johnson, you're back. Oh, great, more questions. You decide to bring up, the shoes. Yeah, let's start with the shoes. Mind if I ask your shoe size? My shoe size? What are you planning to buy me a new pair? Just routine questions. Do you own Timberland premium 6-inch waterproof boots? Timberlands? Please, I'm a size 8 and those things are too bulky for me. Why does it matter anyway? Yeah, oh great, more questions. Ma'am, I'm trying to solve the murder of your daughter. You should be happy that I'm questioning you. Maybe not happy, but... you know. A bitter laugh escapes her, followed by a shake of her head. Loose ends, or are you just looking for another way to make me out to be a monster? My daughter was murdered, detective. I'd never hurt her. Never. I came across something interesting, Linda. That life insurance policy you took out on Emily. Care to explain? Her hands fly to her hips and her eyes flash with indignation as her tone sharpens. Oh, for heaven's sake, you're really going there? It was just practical. I'm her mother. I had to think about the future. Do you have any idea what it costs to bury someone? Or what might happen if something terrible occurred? I wasn't going to be caught unprepared. Convenient, though, that you made it yourself, the sole beneficiary. She crosses her arms tightly over her chest. Who else was I supposed to name? Her father? He's been dead for years. And don't you dare imply I had anything to do with what happened to her. Emily was my world. She gestures towards the door as if she's ready to end the conversation if pushed any further. Why take out a policy in the first place? That's not exactly common for a teenager. Because Emily wasn't like other teenagers, okay? She was dabbling in things, drugs, risky behavior. I was worried about her, detective, every single day. That policy wasn't because I wanted something to happen to her. It was because I was scared something might. You think that was easy for me? It was the worst decision I ever had to make. But I was trying to protect her in my own way. Some might call it suspicious. Her voice quivers. Suspicious. You're unbelievable. My daughter is dead, and you're sitting here pointing the finger at me? I loved Emily. I would have done anything for her. And I'll say it again, I'd never hurt her. So unless you've got something real to ask me, we're done here. Yeah, okay, we're done here. You've got nerve, detective. Accusing me of whatever this is. Emily deserved better than all this. Better than you poking at her mother like I'm the enemy. I'm just searching for the truth, Linda. That's all I'm after. Why don't you start searching for her fucking murderer and start looking somewhere else? Okay, bye. Like, that's my job. Come on. I'm just doing my freaking job. Okay, he is not here. It seems he's closed up shop. Like, come on, lady. You have to admit that that is a little suspicious. Taking out a life insurance policy like 3 months before your daughter got murdered, that's a little suspicious. Hisuto, hi, welcome in. I didn't murder anyone. Someone murdered someone. I'm trying to find out who it is. I still gotta look for that Eddie guy. I don't know where he would be. Oh, and her dirty, nasty-ass bathtub. Can't forget about that. Okay. Oh, I need to go to the library and talk to, what's his face? Johnny, Jake, whatever his name was. Oh, hello. A man you assume to be the city manager leans casually against the reception desk, chatting with Maggie. His pinstripe soup is sharp, but a little too polished, like he's trying to protect an image. Mr. Jones, I presume. I don't think we've had the pleasure yet. Detective Hoare. He turns towards you, offering a steady handshake, his smile precise and cutting. Ah, the man of the hour, Terry Jones, city manager. Welcome to my little corner of chaos. Let us talk about, let's cut the small talk. Let's get to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. I wanted to ask you about Emily Johnson. His expression grows serious as he folds his arm with a theatrical sigh. Emily, such a tragedy. She was one of those kids you just knew would make something of herself. Bright, personable, always had this spark. People liked her, teachers, neighbors. Not every teenager takes the time to talk to the folks around them. But Emily did. Terrible loss. And Linda Johnson? I've heard things haven't been easy for her. He shifts his stance. Linda's had her share of struggles for a while now. She's the kind of person who doesn't ask for help, even when she needs it. Losing her husband, raising Emily on her own, it's no small feat. And Emily wasn't the easiest kid to manage, from what I've heard. I just hope this doesn't, well, break her completely. Indeed, that's very informative. Emily and Linda? I wanted to ask, oh, I already... Oh, okay. Small talk? Being a city manager must keep you pretty busy. Always detective. Keeping this town running isn't a 9-to-5 gig. I imagine even city managers need a break every now and then. What is a city manager? Is that like a weird way of saying mayor? City manager. I've never heard that term before. I assumed he was the mayor. Is that like the same thing? Is he under the mayor? Like what's the dealio with this? When I'm not hammering out details for town halls, signing papers, and making sure everything stays on track, that kind of work doesn't stop for headlines. City manager is an official appointed as the administrator manager of the city council manager form of city government. Oh, okay. Okay, so he's not the mayor. Okay, we're done. Okay, hold on. Hey, wait a minute. Who's that back there? Hey, you. Jacob Turner? That's me. He doesn't offer a handshake as he approaches. Just a quick glance, sizing you up. You've been hard to pin down. I looked for you yesterday. Came up empty. Yeah, well, I wasn't working. Wouldn't have found me here. His tone is flat, as if he's already annoyed, his arms crossed in front of him like he's preparing for a confrontation. So, where were you? Last night? The night before? What kept you busy? I'm guessing this is about Emily, her murder. You're guessing right. Detective 𝐤𝐿 Hoare, State Police. I was with a friend in Mechanic Falls yesterday. Needed to get away. Things here are heavy with what happened to Emily. It's unfathomable. Jacob's eyes drift lazily to the side as he talks, not making much of an effort to explain his whereabouts further. No argument there. Think you can help me figure out what led to it? Basically handles the day-to-day administrative tasks. Oh, okay. So he actually does work. Let's see. Let's talk about, you and Emily. From what I've heard, you and Emily were pretty close. Same with Sarah Foster. He shrugs. Close? I don't know about that. They hung out here sometimes. Borrowed books. Not like I kept tabs on them. Borrowing books? Don't play stupid with me, Jacob. Jacob leans back, crossing his arms. We hung out a few times. Big deal. Not much else to do in Buckfield, is there? Emily's mother didn't seem to think that's all that was going on between you two. Neither did her ex, Paul Richards. His tone sharpens. Her mother's an overbearing drunk who didn't know how to connect with her daughter. And Paul? Who cares what he thinks? The guy thought that he got the emotional intelligence of a wet sponge. I think there's more to the story than you're telling me. His smirk fades as he left out a humorless chuckle. Paul thought anyone who looked at Emily was a problem. Guy's got issues. Maybe look into him instead of hassling me. Okay, you like drugs? Tell me about these parties you were taking Emily and Sarah to. He tilts his head, feigning confusion. Yeah, in the city on the weekends. Cut the shit, Jacob. He studies you momentarily as if weighing how to proceed. Yeah, lying to a police officer, I'm pretty sure is a felony. Right? No, lying to a court is a felony. Is it illegal to lie to a police officer? I feel like it is, but I'm not 100% sure. We went to some EDM shows. What do you want me to say about it? Rumors say you were supplying them with more than just books. Linda Johnson said she was worried about Emily dabbling in dangerous habits. That she was getting high with you. His tone grows serious. That woman knew nothing about what was really going on with Emily. Anyway, Emily liked to have fun. But drugs? I never gave him drugs. I don't touch that stuff, detective. If you're covering for the suspect, yes. Oh, okay. You're not buying it, but still, you don't have anything but hearsay to contradict him. You're 10 years older than these girls. Doesn't it strike you as odd that you were hanging out with teenagers, going to parties with them? I didn't ask to be their chauffeur. They came to me, wanted rides since neither of them had a car, and they didn't seem to mind my age when they were asking for favors. Besides, they were both adults. I didn't do anything illegal. Oh, hey, thank you. Yeah, but like, you still said yes, though. That's kind of weird. Like, that you should have been like, no, like, you're kids, stop. I'm not taking you to the city. You expect me to believe a librarian just happened to be their Portland tour guide? What's in it for you, Jacob? His voice turns low and pointed. What's in it for me? How about not sitting in Buckfield every weekend watching tumbleweeds roll by? What's in it for you, detective, other than wasting my time? You can play coy all you want, but multiple people think you were supplying those girls. His shoulders square. Think? People think a lot of stupid things. That doesn't make it true. Maybe you should stick to facts, detective. You might actually get somewhere in your investigation. As much as I'd love to keep playing 20 questions, I've got actual work to do. You know, librarian stuff? Or is shelving books suspicious too? For someone whose friend was just brutally murdered, you don't seem all that shaken. Jacob stiffens. Did you come to offer a shoulder to cry on? I know what this is, what you're trying to imply. If I sound callous, maybe it's because you've barged into my workplace acting like I'm guilty of something. He speaks quickly, almost too quickly. Guilty? That's interesting. Why would I think that? Because you've got nothing on whoever actually did this, and now you're grasping at straws. The buck chair, no! So where were you this morning? Where were you on the morning she was murdered? He folds his arms tightly. Like I told Chief Lawson earlier, I was home Thursday night. Didn't leave until Friday morning, well after everything turned to shit around here. That's the truth, whether you like it or not. Might be worth checking with the chief. Let me guess, no one can verify it. That'd be convenient, wouldn't it? Convenient, certainly not for you, but that also wouldn't be my problem. Now, if you're done wasting my time with this nonsense, I said I've got work to do. Enjoy your afternoon, Jacob. I'll be in touch. Can't wait. He seems to have an answer for everything, but something about the way he delivers it makes it feel rehearsed. Indeed. Oh, I can go over here. Can I go to the toilet? Can I, can I... No? Oh. How long? Okay, that wasn't that bad, I guess. I'm gonna pretend like he washed his hands. Let's talk to Maggie. Detective, what brings you to City Hall? Small talk. How's your day? How's life in the nerve center of Buckfield? Oh, you know how it is, detective. Paperwork, complaints, and a whole lot of hurry up and wait. Smuckers! Hi, Smuckers. Welcome in. Thank you for the 4 months. Thank you. Okay, tell me about this Jacob fellow. Maggie, I've heard some rumors about Jacob Turner. Have you ever noticed anything off about him? Her brows lift slightly. Rumors, huh? I mean, I've seen him act a little off sometimes, but could just be stress. Anything specific stand out? She hesitates. There have been a couple of times he seemed out of it, distracted maybe. Wait, by the rumors, do you mean like drugs or something? Have you heard anything like that? She fiddles with a pen, her voice quieter. Well, I don't know anything for sure, but now that you mention it, there was this one time his hands were shaking. Could have been nothing, or maybe what? She shakes her head. I don't know, detective. I feel like I've been missing something right under my nose. Is there something I should be concerned about, detective? Not yet. Thanks, Miss Green. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let me know, Maggie. Okay, now, have I gone in here yet? Oh yeah, I did. I already went here. Okay, I don't need to go in here right now. Is this place open? Oh, it is open. Okay. The hell is this? Can I enter? Hi, I'm police. Hello there. Taylor Green. Her voice is sharp but warm. And no, before you ask, I'm not related to the gossip queen over at City Hall, Maggie Green. She's made my life hell with that name mix-up. Anyway, I'm with the Buckfield Gazette. You must be one of the detectives I heard about. What brings you here? Detective Whore. Small talk. How's the Gazette holding up these days? Her expression wavers as she lets out a bitter laugh. Not great, honestly. I'm the last one standing under Aaron. We laid off 2 staffers in the past year. Budget cuts, lack of subscribers, you name it. Just me and him trying to keep the place afloat. Sounds cynical, but this murder could just be what we need. People love a tragedy. Okay, blah 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 blah. Anyway, enough about that. Suspects. Throw out some names. Your 6 suspects, though in a way that does not compromise their status in your investigation. Jacob. I mean, other than the fact that he's a librarian at Buckfield Public Library, I don't have any special knowledge about his past or lifestyle. I know he moved here about a year ago, but that's it. Tommy and Linda? Her tone grows colder. Toxic doesn't even begin to cover it. Everyone knew their fights were nasty. Or Emily, caught in the middle of all that drama. She sighs. Linda's always struck me as an extremely manipulative person. She's only looking out for herself. I feel for what she's going through, but damn, feeling anything for her ain't easy. You and her have any kind of history? Not particularly. It's a small town, detective. You see the same faces all the time. I never really interacted with her on a personal level, but if we did see each other, she was always looking like a hot mess. Kind of bitchy, you know? Probably picked up on that already. How about the others? Paul Richards, aka Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog. He's a decent rapper, I guess. I mean, when you compare him to, like, Vanilla Ice. But yeah, he's what you've heard, a punk, but pretty harmless. He was a freshman when I graduated from Pine Ridge High. The Drifter, Eddie Blake? Eddie Blake, I didn't even know his name. I just thought about doing a story on him since his lifestyle just seems peculiar. But Aaron, he wasn't keen on it. Didn't think it was interesting enough. I don't know anything about him other than I think he lives between the mall and the motel depending on the day. Was there anyone else? Oh yeah, you mentioned Pastor Peters. I don't know, typical preacher, I suppose. Seems like a nice guy. Anyone else? No, that's it for now. Yeah, well, you answered my questions. Snoop Dogg is nothing on a hot, spicy hot dog. True. All right. Oh, I do want to go back to the motel and check and see if Eddie is there. I don't think he is, though. Did I already check? I don't remember if I checked or not. I think I did, but let me double check. Nope. Okay. I guess we will go down to the other side of town. Don't see anyone over here. Okay, I need to go to the apartments, but I can't just yet. So, anyone around that I could talk to? Anyone? Ooh, a truck. It's Tommy's K truck. In the bed, a chaotic jumble of rusted tools, oil streak rags, and discarded car parts covered by a tarp. Tommy's here? Who's, oh, hello, what's happening over here? What's going on with the window? Is it put a board over it? Okay, he boarded it up, okay. Yeah, probably want to board that up in the rain. Let's talk to... Oh, someone's home. A man in his late 40s with a rugged, no-nonsense demeanor answers the door. Oh, Christ, you're that federal agent, aren't you? State Police, Detective You're a Whore. You're Sarah's father, Mr. Foster? That's right, Brad Foster. What do you want? I'd like to speak with your daughter. I understand she and Emily were close. His eyebrow raises, eyeing you for a moment, then he sighs. Right, come on. Nancy, this is Detective You're a Whore. He wants to speak to Sarah. Oh my, a federal agent. State Police, ma'am. Homicide. Looking into a few things. There's no reason to be concerned. I just need to know what Sarah might know. Okay. Where might she be? Yeah, no, I don't know where her room is, bro. Here? Oh, it's a 2-story house. Okay, I didn't realize that. Where is her room? Sarah, my name is You're a Whore. I'm a detective with the state police and would like to speak with you about your friend Emily. Can you open the door? I don't know anything, okay? Just go away. Brad intervenes, somewhat aggressively. She's grieving. Do you really need to drag her through this? Sarah's mother gently places a hand on her husband's arm. Brad, please, he needs to do his job. I just want to understand what happened. The more I know, the better chance I have of finding who did this. Fine, but I'm not opening the door. Okay. I would like to know. Tell me about your friendship with Emily. Sarah, I know this is hard, but I need to talk to you about Emily. I know you were close, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't important. Her voice trembles. Close? She was my best friend. You think I don't already feel horrible enough without you digging around making it worse? Her father butts in. Yeah, 'cause that's what grief needs, an interrogation. Real helpful, detective. Got any tips for my taxes while you're here? Brad, let her speak. She might know something important. Sarah, I'm not trying to upset you, but did Emily seem different recently? Maybe stressed or worried about something she didn't share with anyone else? There's a long pause before she speaks. She was stressed, but it wasn't anything she caused. It was her mom. Emily couldn't stand being home. That's why she'd come here, or go to her Aunt Carol's. Okay. Let's talk about the suspect before we get into drugs. Did Emily ever talk to you about Paul? I heard they had a complicated history and he wasn't exactly polite when it ended. Sarah's voice grows defensive. Paul was a jerk. He couldn't handle the fact that Emily moved on. He'd call her names like she was asking for attention. Sure, she enjoyed it, but Emily didn't care about him anymore. She just brushed him off. Brad lets out a sarcastic laugh. Complicated? Oh, sure. I bet Paul couldn't figure out how to tie his shoes, let alone complicate something. He waves dismissively. Move on, detective. What about Pastor Peters? Did Emily ever mention him acting unusual around her? Hesitation creeps into Sarah's voice. Pastor Ron? Not really. I mean, he was always kind of a creep, you know? Sarah! But she never said anything specific. I think he helped her and she liked going, but maybe she felt uncomfortable sometimes? Brad crosses his arms. Uncomfortable? You mean like this conversation? Seems like a pattern with you, detective. I also heard Emily had trouble with Tommy Harris. Did she say anything about him to you? Call me the Eiffel Tower because I'm Paris social. That's a good one. That's a good one. Sarah's voice drops, sounding uncertain. She hated him. She said he was mean. Like, really mean. I don't know if he ever hurt her, though. She wouldn't talk about it. Brad snorts loudly, shaking his head. Tommy Harris, scary? That guy's more likely to lose a fight with his wrench than hurt a girl like Emily. Jesus Christ, you think to yourself, will this guy ever shut the fuck up? And Linda? Did Emily ever talk to you about her mother or their relationship? There's a bitter edge in Sarah's voice. Her mom was awful. Always drinking, like I said. Emily couldn't stand it. Nancy speaks softly. Poor thing. She always seemed so sad when she came over. All right, well, time to get into the meat and potatoes. Sarah, I need to address the rumors going around Emily and drugs. Some people claim you and Emily were using together. Her tone hardens, bristling with irritation. That's a lie. We went to parties, yeah, but we didn't do drugs. Who's saying that? Sophie? I bet it's her. Tread carefully, detective. Sophie did mention it, yes. Why would she lie about something like that? Sarah's cadence rises in frustration. Because Sophie's been jealous of Emily for years. She used to be part of our group, but she got clingy and weird. Emily pulled away, and Sophie's been holding a grudge ever since. She's just trying to make her look bad. Brad chuckles, throwing up his hands. Oh great, now it's teenage soap opera hour. Got any popcorn, detective? This is gold. God, he's so annoying. Jacob Turner. I also heard that Emily was spending time with Jacob Turner. What can you tell me about him? There's a short lull before Sarah responds. Jacob's a good guy. He's been through a lot, okay? Emily liked him, and so do I. He's not what people think. Some people might think a man 10 years older hanging out with teenagers is questionable. You didn't find that strange? No, it wasn't like that. We went to the city sometimes, sure, but we weren't doing anything bad. Jacob was just different. He clicked with us. Brad's laugh is loud and theatrical. Oh yeah, the 30-year-old man who gets teenagers. Sounds like a totally normal friendship. Real wholesome guy, I'm sure. Now, so finally, something we are in agreement on. Sarah's voice fades behind the door. Well, congratulations, detective. You've officially harassed a grieving teenager. What's next? Gonna interrogate her stuffed animals? Nancy hesitates. Please, detective, she's been through so much. I don't think she can take much more of this. You glance at the door one last time. Sarah, thank you for your time. If you think of anything else, I hope you'll let me know. Brad mutters something about wasting time as you approach them. Okay, yeah, let's get out of here. Okay, what, investigate the headless statue Interview Paul Richards. I still don't know where to find him, though. Investigate broken window, Paul Richards, Eddie Blake, speak with Eric Cornell. Eric Cornell. I forgot who that is. Let's see. I believe this leaves the town. I don't know if I have to go back to the church, so I'm just gonna leave that for now. Also, I don't really want to go back in there after, that altercation. Because that was awkward. Anything suspicious back here? No? Okay. Just thought I'd check on that. Ah. Let's go back to... Okay, hold on. Can I... Where's Eric Cornell? Okay, he's gone. Carol Mitchell, headless statue, perhaps Paul. I need to find Paul. Paul, aka Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog, or whatever the fuck. If I was Hot Spice Shop Hood Dog, where would I be? Let's small talk. Do you have any symphony bars? I know Hannaford carries them, but I figure you might sell them too. Chocolate bars? You're joking, right? Is this what you're spending your time on? Okay. Working hard at the Dancing Damsel last night. Okay, never mind. No more small talk. Just tell me about Tommy Harris. Look, I wanted to ask, what's your take on Tommy Harris? You lived here a long time, probably seen a lot of him. His lips pressed together for a moment before he speaks, his tone measured. Tommy's not just one thing, you know. Sure, he's got his temper, but he's also one of the smartest guys in town when it comes to fixing things. People forget that because of the way he carries himself. You ever see him and Emily together? Gary rubs the back of his neck. Not often, but I caught him talking once out by his truck. Looks like she was asking for help with something, car trouble maybe. He seemed, I don't know, different. Quiet, like he was trying to figure her out. But she didn't stick around long, just handed him something and left. It stuck with me because it felt like a bit of an unexpected moment between them. Unexpected moment? What do you mean by that? Well, it's hard to explain. Tommy's not exactly the helpful type. Sure, he'll do a job for a buck, but he doesn't do favors. But when I saw them, he didn't seem as off-putting as usual. I've never seen him offer any real help to anyone here, especially not to Emily. She always seemed like she'd go to someone else if she needed something. So yeah, it stood out to me. We just talked about Tommy, didn't we? Yeah. Can I talk to your wife? Or is it just the same stuff? Oh, Linda, let's talk about Linda. What do you think of Linda Johnson? I know she's been under a lot of pressure. Her hands freeze mid-motion. Linda's complicated. She can be kind when she wants to be, but most of the time it feels like there's something else going on under the surface. Like she's playing a game the rest of us don't know the rules to. That's an interesting way to put it, Mrs. Collins. Do you think she and Emily were close? She shakes her head. Not really. From what I could tell, they butted heads more often than not. Linda always had this way of pushing, you know, and Emily wasn't the type to take it lying down. They'd argue in here sometimes, usually nothing too loud, but you can tell there was no love lost between them. Alright, so that should be good for now. what's this? There's a car here. Whose car is this? What about room number 2? Did I already knock on that door? No one. Okay. Where else? I suppose I could go back to the crime scene. I mean, it would be weird if anyone was there, but you know, I don't know, maybe someone's hanging out in the forest in the middle of a rainstorm. You know, I mean, you never know. Some people do stuff like that. Because it seems like I have to go to the apartments, but I need to wait for the guy to come back first. So clearly I need to do something to pass the time. And that involves probably talking to someone or investigating something. Okay. Anything look different here? Nothing particularly suspicious stands out. Just mushrooms and logs, normal forest things. What about over here? Because I do have to go to the mall to find the drifter, but I don't know how to get in there. Can I, like, sneak in? Oh! Can I hop the fence? Can I go inside? Why can't I hop the fence? What? Come on, I'm a freaking... You're a detective and you can't even hop a fence? What the fuck? Come on, dude. Some detective you are. I don't really think there's anything else I can talk to Linda about. I mean, she'll just get mad at me again. I think I've exhausted all of the information I can get out of her. Let me look at my stuff again. So, investigate the broken window. So I need to interview Paul and Carol. They are both in the apartments, which I need to wait to get into. Eddie Blake is seen around the old mall, which I can't get into. I also need to talk to Paul about the statue, so I guess I have to go back to the church. But they said I'd have to wait to get the results back from the lab. Right? Let me go back to the station first. Gotta be something I'm missing. Oh, hello. Detective, I hope you're making progress. Well... Did Jacob Turner speak to you about his alibi? He did. Said he was home Thursday night and didn't leave until Friday morning. Do you buy it? I don't see him as a killer. Quiet type, sure, but this feels like a bit of a reach. Jacob's alibi might hold water, but something about his proximity to Emily and his demeanor nags at the edges of reason. Okay, nothing I can get out of him. Talk to everyone else. Let's talk to whatever his name is, 𝐌𝐿𝐼𝐻. Okay, well, I want to talk to you from the front, but you're kind of preoccupied with what's her name. Ran some background checks, and there weren't any surprises. Tommy's history is what we already knew. Disorderly conduct, some domestic calls. He once spent a week in county for beating up a guy over a parking spot. Nothing earth-shattering. Linda only had a DUI from '85. Clear since then. Paul Richards and Jacob Turner? Nothing on either of them. Same with Eddie Blake. I looked at Pastor Ron too, since I figured you'd ask. Not even a parking ticket. Seriously, the guy in Buckfield might be the only guy who actually uses the crosswalks. You learned a clue, sort of. Okay. You got it, kid. Okay, what is that clue? Nothing turned up of note. Okay. So, I guess I just gotta talk to everyone again. Oh, those people who are eating are gone. Interesting. Okay, do you have anything new to share with me? No. I already talked to that guy. Does the bartender have anything new to say? I want to meet him too. Give me a black coffee, please. So you ever wonder how I lost my eye? Most folks think it was something tragic, like a war injury or a bad fight. Truth is, it was an ostrich. Yeah, you heard me right. An ostrich. An ostrich? That's a joke? No joke. Florida, '83. Roadside zoo. It was me versus Big Bird's angrier cousin. Guess who lost? Jim grins, clearly enjoying the shock on your face as he recounts the bizarre story. That bird had it out for me. Beak like a dagger, too. I'm lucky it didn't take more than my eye. Jim's bizarre tale leaves you shaking your head in disbelief. It's so ridiculous you can't help but crack a smile as you prepare to leave. It's gotta be the wildest thing I've ever heard. Anyway, catch you later. Okay. Where does this go again? This goes out the back, right? It does. And I didn't find anything of note back here. Let's go back and see if what's his name returned. Hey, you're back. Hey, I need the key to those apartments. Mr. Cornell. Oh, hey, how's it going, detective? I need access to the Fox Tower apartments. Can you help with that? Fox Tower, huh? What for? I need to speak with some folks. I heard you manage that property as well. He exhales slowly. It's about Paul Richards, isn't it? I warned him, one more slip up and he's out. Feels like I got noise complaints about him every other week. Where's Tommy Harris this time? Oh, Tommy, with your loud, drunken mouth. No, sir, it's nothing like that. I just need to follow up with some folks who may know something about Emily's murder. Your words don't calm him. Oh, Lord, please don't tell me one of my residents is involved. The apartment's reputation would sink even lower. I'd never recover from the bad publicity. I wouldn't worry just yet, so can you let me in? Fine. You want to go there now? Not yet, not yet. Okay, because I think I'm actually going to call it here for today. Sorry, I hit something with my foot and I got scared. So let's save. I'm really enjoying this game a lot. I'm gonna continue it next week. I would like to save. Alrighty, and let's retire, return to home. Yeah. Alrighty. Good game, good game. Let me stretch. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys my schedule for next week that I totally actually posted for real this time, featuring Doc's wonderful artwork as me, the Seal Pope. I'm taking it a little bit easy this week because I was crashing the fuck out on Friday about not having enough time to do my homework and get my work done. So I'm taking it a little easier this week. Yeah, so we'll continue this game again on the weekend. I'm not sure what day yet. Yeah, if you'll be on Irium, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And let's see. I really have to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm gonna call it here for today. No raid today. But before I go, I just want to say I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're from. And hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.